Leroy Ford was one of the baddest men.
Nah, dude, they call me the kangaroo.
Yeah. Tobin and Leroy, ready to deploy. Had to hit it with a little journalism, but that was a decoy. Better ask about me, boy. Okay, Leroy and Tobin, host of the show, man. Still silly sauce when the show in. Till then, it's half moon open. Sometimes cold takes like a snowman. No proof, I'm a lie about a molding. No proof, like I always wanted him. I never hated him, I never traded him, and if I did, I never ever traded again. What is in store? Like under the seat of the driver's side floor, it's Gucci's galore. So many more from 6 in the Mars, never more. Man, if I'm honest, the damage is done. Silly sauce on unlimited funds. Join us on Twitch for unlimited fun. J-Fig and Marcos, you with it or what?
Tobin. Too who Tobin is.
Thanks, Low Dog. He's back. Marcos,
Yes.
we have a new way to spell goosies.
And how's that?
That's with the U, dude. Woo! That's with the U. Going to the Final Four, Jack. Let's go. They didn't want it like this in the ACC. Oh, we got it. Oh, we need Miami to represent the conference so well, and they paid for a team. And no,
Yeah.
enough of that nonsense. You bow, Duke. You bow, North Carolina.
Yeah.
You get on your hands and knees, every single one of you rat bastards, and you kiss Coach Jim Laranaga's feet for holding up the honor of the conference.
Yeah.
And then you say, legend, you've now taken 2 teams to the Final Four. 2 teams to the Final Four. Comeback City yesterday, down 13 to the Texas Longhorns. I was scared out of my mind because they could not miss.
That is so true.
Could not miss. It
That's
was
a
so
lot-
scary.
A lot of threes.
I was a lot of threes. I was like, what are we taking out the Golden State Warriors here?
And it was like, oh, they got
Who
9
is this?
threes.
This car he didn't miss.
Jesus.
By the way, sneaky great move there by Norchadomir taking him out.
Yeah, solid.
I mean,
That move.
I was like, you never root for injury,
Mm-hmm.
but I was kind of like for a second, whew, kind of slowed that guy down. Let's be real about it.
That move.
That guy was like Norchadomir's just like, listen, I know this guy's on a run right now.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden he's got to go to the bike and loosen up, and he can't make shots no more.
Speedy recovery. Wish him well.
And that Cunningham, his face. You know what you did. You know what you did, dude. Getting in there, undercutting. He tried to get revenge on baby food.
Yeah, that was
What
more
the
than
hell
a
is
box
that?
out, dude.
Look at Poplar doing the Shane Battier, bouncing it
Oh.
right off your ass for the dunk.
Oh,
One of my favorite plays in basketball,
that was good.
by
That
far.
was good. I actually heard
love
Joe
that.
Zagacki call that, so I didn't see it. I heard
Oh,
Zagacki
do
call
we
it.
have the call of that? I would
We
love to
have
hear the call
I'm
of
gonna
that.
find it.
Because
I'm
when
gonna
I
find
saw,
it.
I was, I think business is about to pick up. When you bounce it off somebody's cheeks and then you take it in for a slam, that is mwah. It was in top 10 today. I thought it should have been number 1. They claimed that there were 9 other plays better than that. I didn't see any of them. None of them compared to bounce pass off the back for your own dunk. It's one of the best plays in basketball all the time. And what a time to be alive right now in South Florida. We're not only talking about Goosies galore, spelled with a U, but we're talking about Hooties galore, dude. Because FAU has themselves, hoot, the Owls have themselves in the Final Four as well. And you're talking about a possible national championship showdown with everybody else so furious at South Florida. This is not a sport we typically care about very much. Men's college basketball.
Yeah.
But you want to know something right now?
Please
Nobody
tell me.
rides a bandwagon like us, dude.
Let's go.
Nobody does events like this city. And I'm telling you right now, dude, we got it all going on for us.
Yeah.
The old Schnellenberger showdown.
That's right.
FAU
Ooh.
versus Miami in the championship game. It doesn't get any more goosey than that, dude. It's Gennady Golovkin. It's goosies on goosies on goosies.
Yes.
I was having so much fun yesterday. Thank God that Texas stopped hitting threes. I was so scared of them.
Yes, and thank God for this Wooga Poplar IQ play.
Wooga will inbound this time to the left of the Miami basket. He face the floor. He looks. He bounces it off of Allen and puts it up and in. He bounced it off the back of Allen and then retrieved it and jammed it home. What a play by Poplar. 11 for Wooga. Miami needs some defense right now. 12:23 to go.
Man,
Wow.
I love that play.
Yeah.
I love that play.
So good.
Yep. That play. And then Jordan Miller. Come on, dude.
Oh my God.
This dude, perfect.
Jordan, perfect. Miller.
Perfect.
Amazing.
They call me El Pasión.
Yes.
They call him El Perfecto.
Well, I don't.
No, that's what they say.
Okay.
That's
No,
what
you know
they
what?
say,
He
dude.
earned it.
That is what they say, dude.
Yes.
That is what they say. And he
Yeah.
could not miss. I mean, I got to be honest with you. Like, they should have given him the ball more. Maybe it would have been easier. But he
Yeah,
was
true.
killing it. 7 for 7, 13 for 13 from the free throw line.
Yeah.
Couldn't miss. And I love when Jim Larinaga goes up. He sidles on up to Tracy Wolves. He goes, how good is this guy, huh?
So great.
So good, man. That's got to be what that has to be like for those guys to go back to campus at Miami, at FAU, have to feel like kings.
Yep.
Kings after shining on that national stage. Two great stories. The FAU Owls, nobody thought that this was possible. Incredible season that they've had. And then Miami had to go through a damn gauntlet. All right. First you had to go and take out Drake. All right. Then you have to go take out all these Royals in Indiana.
Yep.
Number 1 team seed in Houston, which they lit their ass up like a Christmas tree, dude, from downtown. They didn't know what hit them.
True.
Nigel Pack was just shooting from way downtown, and the Cougars, I mean, they got taken out like it was a Saturday night at Blue Martini in Boca.
Wow. Okay. Jeez.
Incredible.
You're
dude.
right, though. You're right.
Incredible.
Let's go,
man. So it's good to be back, everybody. It is good to be back. I very much enjoyed the vacation. Leroy, he is off. He is enjoying the long weekend. He will be back tomorrow. We'll be reunited. So we got that all coming, but we're gonna be celebrating today, man. This is one of those one of my favorite shows to do, which is our city should be partying right now. We have an incredible story owning the weekend with Coach L. What was it? 16 years to the day? I think it was 16 years to the day. To the day that he took George Mason to the Final Four.
Yeah.
And now he finally gets the Canes there after, I mean, this guy.
Yep.
People were asking for this guy's job down here. Ingrates. Idiots.
Yep.
We're calling for this guy's job. When he had clouds hanging over. You want to know something?
Yeah.
This Jim Larinaga never mentioned not a peep about the clouds. You know, this Al Golden, when he was the Hurricanes head coach,
God.
I mean, he might as well have worked for the Weather Channel. That's how much he talked about the cloud.
He was at the window plex.
All the time, dude. All the time he was bringing it up. But this Coach L, he got down to business.
Yep.
You know, he got the right guys in here. He got those right guys for the transfer portal. Oh man, as people, they're going to be so. You already had this Boeheim belly aching. They bought a team. NIL, they go, oh, boo-hoo. You know, it's two programs, both in the Elite Eight. Shout out to the Lady Canes, by the way, losing to LSU and that show pony coach that they have.
Oh my God.
She is a lot.
Did you see the LSU player drawing a ring on her finger?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Get out.
It was I didn't like it. But still a great run, dude. Still a great run for the Elite Eight for the Lady Canes.
Absolutely.
But you have all these people bellyache. Even had the NCAA. We're gonna come out and sanction you because of a dinner.
Yeah.
Get out of here. You know, if it was any of these elite programs, if it was any of the who's who, if it was any of the Royal programs, not a peep. You know, you got AT&T commercials. They're actually joking about Kentucky and how little people care about college at their program. But not a peep about the Wildcats. But when it's Miami, you're going to hear a lot of bellyaching this week from the purists. And you want to know something? We're going to sit back and we're going to laugh at them. Laugh at them, dude, because of this ride. Riding the wave right now. It's absolutely fantastic. So we got lots of celebrating to do. If you guys want to call in, 305-567-0560. Birds are out, dude. Ibis and owls all flocking about right now. You want to get on here? You want to strut your goosies? You can do that. We're streaming live on YouTube. You can be part of the chat. Miami 560 WQAM on YouTube and Twitch. The number's 305-567-0560 if you want to call, if you want to text, you want to hoot, you want to goose, whatever the hell you want to do. You want to holler, you want to celebrate your Canes going to the Final Four. You want to celebrate your Owls going to the Final Four. It's all here for us, baby. We're back with more for this.
WQA.
All right, welcome back, you rascals. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM. Leroy Horde is off today. He'll be back tomorrow. We'll be all together again. It'll be fantastic. So appreciate everybody tuning in. We are streaming live on YouTube. Miami 560 WQAM is the channel there. You guys can get us on Twitch as well. Same channel, same handle. Miami 560 WQAM is where you guys can catch us. Want to let you guys know, all right? Music fans, 3 Doors Down is coming to Meisner Park in Boca in September.
Whoa.
And we've got your chance to win tickets. All you have to do is go to the contest page at WQAM and enter, and you could be going to see 3 Doors Down. It's a Live Nation show. Those tickets courtesy of Live Nation. For more great concerts, go to livenation.com.
Which one's that one? Let me Google.
That's one of their songs, dude. Everybody knows that one.
Superman. Oh, wait, no, Kryptonite. Wait, what? Which one's the song? Is that the right one?
Exactly.
There
You got it.
go.
You nailed it, dude.
That's the one.
Let's go out to the phone lines. You guys want to celebrate a little bit. The Canes are in the Final Four and are very exciting. I mean, come on, dude. We got, and by the way, taking on UConn, you know, get the hell out of here.
Get out of here, dude.
Bums, already 5.5 point favorites. I looked last night. Good. Keep doubting, dude.
Easy.
Keep doubting. I love it.
Easy.
I love it. Who do they got? They still got Jim Calhoun?
I don't know. Mecca Okafor. I'm not even sure who's over there.
Last time I remember was Shabazz Napier.
Oh,
LeBron duped us.
Oh, God. You know what? Payback just for that.
Payback just for that, dude. This is for Shabazz Napier. All right,
man.
let's go out. Handsome Daffy. Let's go out, Handsome Daffy. What do you got, dude?
What's going on, man? Well, I think that you're gonna smoke UConn for sure.
Yeah.
I think FAU gonna win theirs, and it's gonna be a tri-county championship.
Pretty awesome. I mean, what a story that would be from everybody. And I already hear all the bellyache and Handsome Daffy. You know, people are, this is the worst Final Four ever. Boo freaking who? I mean, why? Because you guys are missing out on taking on the Cougars. They're lost. Enough of that whining that's going on, everybody. You're gonna hear a lot of it. You're gonna hear a lot of it from all these people out here who want to take credit away and want to be haters and bastards. That's fine. That's fine. But
Can you imagine? Can you imagine it though? I mean, that means that I've been alive to see the Hurricanes football team win it, the baseball team win it, and now the basketball team win it. That's
Great.
a trifecta.
That's a trifecta, Handsome Daffy. A trifecta. Beautiful. Thanks for calling us, man. I really wish I was in my normal seat. And makes
I know,
this
it
whole thing.
does.
Can you
I
bring up the
apologize.
callers?
Yes,
I
got you.
Who we
Not a
got
problem.
next?
We got Chapo online
Chapo!
too. Wow.
What's going on, Chapo?
Hootie hoo! What's going on, Toad?
That's an howdy.
That's a cool call, though.
Hey,
Wow.
listen. It's all about the U, though. At the end of the day, I gotta show love to FAU, but you know it's all about the U. Hey, listen, Tobes, I got some inside sources about the Heat next year. All right,
Whoa.
I'm hearing some things.
Hmm?
Watch. When the Celtics fail in the Eastern Conference Finals this year, Jaylen Brown to the Heat.
Wow!
Let's go.
Oh my God! We're harpooning it too, dude.
Trust Chapo.
Wow,
man.
that's Chapo. Chapo wins. He's basically like Shams.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know,
That's a
you
Chapo
got
bomb.
Shams bombs and a Chapo bomb.
Nice.
All right, appreciate it, Chapo. 305-567-056 if you want to call in and celebrate today. We're taking your calls. We're getting to your comments here. This is it really is it's exciting.
Can I just say one thing real quick?
And by the way, can I just say one thing real quick?
Yeah.
But first you say one thing.
No,
real
no,
quick.
we fixed the callers. Remember the callers we used to have?
Oh, dude.
We have fixed them.
The first time we took calls, like the first week of this show,
God.
when we moved to QAM,
Yeah.
it was like talking to aliens.
It was so bad.
It was, and listen, they've all left us because they've
Yes.
all said,
For sure.
we hate these guys. This is ridiculous, you know. But listen, though they were like from another planet compared to what we had over at 790. It was
Very bad.
weird.
Yeah.
But who cares?
All better now.
I mean, right now we're just swaggering. What do you think, Coach? Coach Al? I saw that they got in at like 4 a.m. yesterday. You think he's still sleeping, or you think he just keeps staying up the entire time and he's just celebrating?
I think he went to Ultra.
Wow!
I think the bus
he's just
went straight to Ultra.
like it's like you have out there who you have Steve Aoki out there, and they're just like, ladies and gentlemen, Jim Larinaga.
That was my dubstep. Was that bad?
Boss Marvin says, Tobin, your boy Marcos is a tool. Threw you under the bus when you were on vacation.
That's true.
What happened?
How did I compare you? Oh, I said you were the Brooklyn Nets.
What?
Yeah, I said you were the Brooklyn
How
Nets.
dare you?
Yeah, I know. And it was really good, though.
What does that mean?
Hear me out. Okay. So the Brooklyn Nets, right? They like stars.
Mm-hmm.
So your appreciation and want for stars rival that of the Brooklyn Nets. Also, I think I said you were underwhelming in one way or another.
Wow.
I threw you under the bus. Dude.
Minus
I'm sorry.
one.
Yeah, that's fair.
For show poniness.
-1.
You know, you get that call. Who the hell is calling in?
Oh,
here
yeah.
now? Everybody, it's like another planet, dude. 305-567-0560. What do you got, buddy? You're on the air. What's your name?
My name's Barry.
Hello, Barry.
Hey, Barry.
What's up? I just want to give a shout out to all the teams down here. Show some love for Nova.
Whoa, that's
true.
right.
Undefeated, never
Man,
lost.
you got to give credit where credit's due, buddy.
Good call.
Undefeated national champs.
Wow.
Pretty
and
awesome.
Women's and Lady Canes, hey, okay. Elite Eight, nothing to complain about there. FAU, my son-in-law graduated from FAU. I'm from Miami. I grew up a Canes fan. I was going to Canes football games back in the 60s, and I am just so proud. And every day I am wearing a Canes shirt, and I'm so hoping that FAU and UM meet in the final. And if all those haters out there, NIL this, pal. You guys were doing it way before it became legal.
That's right,
Yeah.
Barry. You tell him,
Complain
dude.
about.
That's
F 'em.
right, dude.
All right.
F 'em.
You guys have a good day and go Canes.
There you
Yeah,
go, Barry.
good call,
Got a
Barry.
boy, Barry. All right, we got a lot of people. The phone lines are. I've never said this. The phone lines are lighting up.
They
So
are indeed.
we'll get to some more of your calls. 305-567. Marcos will get you guys on hold there in a second. While in the meanwhile, this is pretty cool. The whole idea. Schmeathan's going, nobody cares about your backstory, pal. Move on. I do care about it, Schmeathan. Although you are right when it says, did I tear my ACL jumping on the bandwagon? You bet your ass I did. I tell you what, though, dude, this whole weekend I was like, the nerves, even on a bandwagon, you can soup up those nerves real quick. It's not a problem at all. I really I was downtrodden when Texas couldn't miss yesterday, and the turnovers were killing me. Like left and right. It just felt like they were giving them the game.
There was a point
And
where
then
I
when
was
they
like,
stopped that
over.
bleep, it was over, Marcos.
Mm-hmm. Good defense, dude.
Yep.
We clamped up what we needed to.
Clamped up.
They were, like you said, they were scoring like so much. I think they were shooting like 70%.
And I got to tell you could tell they were rooting against the Canes on the broadcast. Let's be honest about it. Like Nance, it was so clear. They're like, oh, please, we can't have, Miami in the Final Four and their fans with their gyrating and their nonsense and their swagger. They didn't want them in the Final Four. It was clear as day, dude. They didn't want them in the Final Four. Christian knows what I'm talking about. Don't you know, Christian? Christian calling us here. What do you got, buddy?
Yo, what up? Tobes, Marcos.
Hello.
It's all about the U and the hoot.
Woo-hoo!
Yeah, I grew up in Boca and I live in Kendall now, so I got to root for both.
Of course,
You got to root.
Of
for
course,
both.
listen. There's gonna be a lot of houses divided here. You have a lot of FAU alum down here as well. It's a very cool story. It's wild to see this. But it was one of these things where if they end up in the championship game, wow, that's nuts.
Yeah.
This is bananas to think that this could happen.
Where Dan Day brought up a good point last week. Dan Day covering.
Who's
No,
not like the Brooklyn Nets?
He's not like the Brooklyn Nets. I think I called him the Supersonic.
Oh,
okay. And I got a question. I want your opinion. Where's the parade? It's the Canes versus FAU. Whoever wins, where's the parade?
well, if the Owls win it, it starts at Mark Hochman's house.
Okay, perfect.
And if it's down here, then I guess it starts down in Coral Gables and works its way up, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, that's cool, man. I really think this would be an amazing moment. Has there ever been some sort of, I know Duke and North Carolina are close, right? They're one's in Greensboro, I think. I don't know. They both may be in Greensboro. I don't know.
I don't think they're either in Greensboro.
None of them?
One's in Chapel Hill and one's in Durham.
Durham?
Yeah.
Screw them.
I think Wake Forest is in Greensboro.
Well, look, it doesn't matter. Those are all irrelevant ACC teams. Dude.
Exactly.
We're carrying the ACC.
Dude, carrying the ACC. This look, it hasn't been great sledded in football, admittedly. You know, I thought this was going to go a lot smoother when the Canes moved over to the ACC. But you want to talk about carrying their ass when it comes to basketball.
Yep.
I mean, they should be on their hands and knees smooching Coach L's ring.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get a ring for the Final Four?
I don't know.
It is interesting. The Final Four is very much like you don't win the championship, but it feels like you win a championship, doesn't it?
Yeah, we won.
Everybody gets a trophy.
Oh,
You know, you get to cut down the net.
nice.
I got the Goosies watching them cut down the net. When I saw Joe Zagacki cutting down the net, I was like, whoo, that's pretty cool. What do you do with that net piece? You like, do you keep that in your wallet? Like, do you
you can't like frame it,
do you
right?
crystallize it and put it on your desk? Like, what does one do? I mean, I know obviously if you have the whole net, I think the coach gets the whole net.
Yeah, for sure.
Or maybe it goes in a trophy case. I'm not really sure
Can't really
where
trust
what one does with the entire net. And then I don't know which net gets a priority, Final Four net, or does the championship net get precedent? I don't know. I would say, maybe you pass that net on. But either way, that's a really cool sim. The whole thing about it is just great. You know, I was watching yesterday with Mrs. Toast. She goes, I think I like college more than the NBA.
Wow.
Which is why a lot of people do. Now, I don't. I personally like the NBA product more.
Yeah.
But the whole passion of it and the how hard the kids are playing and they're diving on the floor, it's impossible not to love this time of year.
Yeah.
It really is. Like this, and now that you got like the local tie into it, it just takes it to that next level even more. That's what's so fun about this whole thing. But improbable stories, dude. You know, they're sitting here and look, I think we sat here all year and we said the Canes kind of getting disrespected. And by the way, they get bounced from that ACC tournament early only because Norchad Omier got hurt. True. And they were so ready to say, Duke is here. Duke is taking over.
That's true.
Duke's going to go on their run. You know, they got to get not a true tournament loss. Okay, so you're not real ACC tournament champions, Duke. And you come into this whole regular season, they were lighting teams up. A couple disappointing losses like Florida State at the end of the year there, but for the most part, you were like, this team's one of the creams of the conference. And then you get to this tournament, no softies, dude. All right, other than I guess Drake, which kind of got off to a rocky start.
Well, we weren't favored there either, though. It wasn't like Drake. Like for some reason, there was noise before the game. Oh, Drake can possibly.
We didn't know if Omier, that was a big question if Omier was going to play and all that. But once he's out, I mean, dude, that guy is so strong. He is so strong.
He really is.
He rips rebounds.
Yep.
You know,
we need that too.
I think can he get him on a 10-day after
Is that
this?
possible?
Like, is that possible? Can they get Norchad because they really don't have a backup center right now?
God, it's
Suppose Rats off a ship on Big Yurt.
Really
so I'm just wondering if that's possible. Can we circumvent for playoff rules? I feel like that should be a thing after he went. Of course, he's got business to take care of. But the whole team, man, it was a great effort from I think a lot of the guys because like Isaiah Wong got off to a really slow start in that game.
Yeah, he did.
They didn't. Did they? I don't think they hit a 3 in the second half of that game yesterday.
I think I heard like one finally, and it was like, oh, they're 2 for 5, and then like Texas was like
they were lighting it up. Texas. I was like, oh my god, I didn't even believe it was like. I thought it should have been like a 30-point game the way it was going, the way Texas was shooting.
The Canes were playing good. The problem is they were trading 2 for 3. That's
2 for 3, and then turning the ball over like
that was
crazy, dude.
God, it was
but once they locked that up, Longhorns didn't know what to do, dude.
Yep.
Didn't know what to do. It was like deer in headlights. Yep. Beautiful thing. All right, speaking of the Heat, didn't exactly uphold the honor of South Florida basketball this weekend.
Oof.
We'll get to them coming up next 15 minutes of Heat. minutes of heat for your ass right here on 560 WQAM. We're streaming live on YouTube and Twitch. Miami 560 WQAM is the channel there. To all those joining us on the chat, welcome. Leroy Horde is off today. He will be back tomorrow. It is good to be back on a Monday here after a nice vacation last week. I mean, I am still sweating daiquiris. I had so many on Cocoa Beach. I mean, just first of all, I didn't know that you could just like a lot of the places, a lot of the bars down here. I don't know. I think South Beach are probably still allowed, but I don't even know. Can you walk out of Wet Willie's with your daiquiri? Man, you can walk around like Vegas with a daiquiri flume in Cocoa Beach, and it's wow. I mean, they are delicious. And floaters galore, dude. That's what you could do. So it is great to be back with everybody here and celebrating the Canes to start off today's show. They upheld the honor as this is a basketball town with the Canes getting to the Final Four, with FAU getting to the Final Four, both heading to Houston. And now you're like, oh, this weekend could be perfect because it was supposed to be. I got to tell you, I was really disappointed with Saturday night and the Heat's effort in that second half, which could only be described as piss poor.
Yeah.
Because you have this beautiful night.
Yep.
UD night.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to practice the day before. It was boots on the ground. And I'm chopping it up with Spo and Bam Adebayo about UD. I come in goosed up, dude. I'm thinking this is going to be a great night of honor with UD weekend, right? You got him there. That unveiling. Did you see the Section 305 that they put together?
That was so nice.
Wow.
And I appreciate that it's up there. You know, it's not the rich people or whatever. It's like UD, someone who's probably just a real passionate fan, scrapping and starting from the bottom. It was a beautiful section.
It was a beautiful section. They have all these murals up there.
Oh, yeah.
They gave everybody there a jersey for UD night. Not a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Everybody in that section got a UD jersey. I mean, they just did everything top notch.
That was so great.
But you want to know something?
Yeah.
You can only make the horses go so far because in that second half, the horse went out on the track, took a big poop.
He did.
It was the turdiest of turd quarters I have ever seen. And I've seen some turds in my day.
Yep.
But that third quarter that he put up against the Brooklyn Nets, wow. That was, and here's the thing that makes it even more frustrating because there's been a lot of candidates for worst loss of the season this year. Pistons losses, all those Hornets losses. The Spurs. There's been some frustrating ones. I would say the most angry old Tobes has been at a loss this year. Magic in overtime was the most furious because Jimmy Butler, he carried the team. I was furious at that loss.
Yeah, that's fair.
And then this one I just found to be the most disgraceful because, and you may say, oh, aren't they the same? No,
nah,
they're not the same thing. I was just like this, and you shouldn't be surprised. I know I'm not going to sit here and say I should be surprised, even though I do feel like the Heat, I feel like they've been playing better.
Yeah, I thought they turned the corner.
I feel like they've been playing better, even though they've been 500 since the All-Star break. Samesies.
Yep.
I felt like things were going in the right direction. And you have this game against Brooklyn. You are right ahead of them in the standings. You have to win this game. And by the by, they have been stinking up the joint. I mean, they have been losing willy-nilly. They have been ready to pack it in. And so you get to the second half. All right. We're playing a little free and easy. Okay. And a lot of offense. Max Strus lighting it up like a Christmas tree in that first half. And this second half was so disgraceful, so disgusting to see what happened to them roll over like they did against the Brooklyn Nets. I was left speechless after it, Marcos. It wasn't even one of those where I was angry. It wasn't even one where I was sad. I was just like, on UD night, you all should hold your head in shame.
Yeah.
In shame. And you should all walk to that locker room. You should apologize to Udonis Haslem for what you guys did to ruin his night like that. I haven't been that deflated on like a ceremony night since the ring night after the 06 championship. It was like, hey, this is supposed to be a big night. Udonis Haslem. It's his weekend. Let's honor him. You got a team coming in. You're fighting. You're vying for a playoff spot. We can stay out of the play-in, give ourselves a little bit of wiggle room. And to put forth that effort against the Brooklyn Nets, who are ready to pack it in. They lost yesterday to the Magic, thank God. But what are you doing, boys?
Yeah.
What is this? What kind of effort is that on Udonis Haslem night?
Didn't they go up at the half too?
No, they were kicking us. They were kicking. I mean, like, look, they should have had a bigger lead at the half.
Yeah.
But you're like, all right, come on. What's going to happen in the second half? You think that this is going to all? Yup. Apparently so. Apparently we're going to have the worst third quarter known to man. Dade South says the Roadrunner got you again. Wile E. Coyote. I know. I fall for it every time. Every time. I think that they're back, and I think that they're here. They throw one of these up there. I don't know why.
This isn't your fault, though. I'll give you credit on this one. They looked like they were playing better.
It looked like everything was coming together, you know?
Yeah.
It was the offense was playing. Now I know, like, people were like, well, the defense hasn't really been quite as all right. But
okay.
It felt to me like things were kind of coming together. And to put that, I would, all right, show some back and forth, but just to die like that in the second half on Udonis Haslem night, to have that little effort, that little fight for the captain was so upsetting to see that. But why I shouldn't be surprised. I shouldn't be, because every time you do think they have it figured out or something comes together, they just remind you, hold on, we might have something a little bit disappointing around the corner. And that is what's discouraging about it. Because you got it this week, and I'm doing it again. Because I'm like, look at this week. Got the Raptors just beat the Knicks, on what was. And that was the only regret I had of not being here last week. I really wanted to celebrate that Knicks win on the air.
Yeah.
Because that looked like a lot of fun the next day.
Yeah.
Because I hate the Knicks. And Julius Randle got the business from Jimmy Butler. Making fun of him.
Let's not
D Wade was there.
Of course.
It was Goosey's on top of Goosey's. But just when you think the goose giveth, the Goosey's can be taken away. And that's what happened. I had GD yesterday. Flaccid Goosey's. I came in, revved up, ready to celebrate a weekend, ready to put our stamp on being out of the play-in, and that. Which, look, thank you to the Magic for taking care of business yesterday against the Nets. Very lovely of you.
Appreciate that.
That's the thing that's frustrating about it. They go out there, they get the doors blown off them by the Magic, and you allowed that to happen? It just...
Didn't they go undefeated against us all season? And like 2 of those games, if not all of them, were without KD.
I think they beat them once this season. Maybe I'm wrong.
Gross, though.
But yeah, I know what you're saying.
It's a gross.
And Mikal Bridges looks like the greatest basketball player on earth against
Brooklyn
us.
Bridges is back.
Every time that they're like, oh, I don't know about it sucks we trade KD. But then Brooklyn Bridges gets, they were losing 5 in a row. They just shut down Ben Simmons for the season.
Yeah.
Like, it should have been easy pickings. And that's the problem, is the Heat went into it and they think the problem is, like, the Heat can't go into these games like Tobes. You can't do that. You can't be me. All right. You can't go into this mentality of steamroll these guys. No, you got to go do it. And too many times this year, they're like, Hornets, Nets, Spurs, a Bogdanovich. Every one of these times, the same thing happens. Bit in the ass. If it's a big time matchup, they usually show up. Oh, Joel Embiid sitting tonight? Blown out by the Sixers. That's the thing that's been crazy about it. It's like, big time matchup, down to the wire, a lot of fight, big time wins, Goosey's galore. But when it's like, if the guard is down a second, if the Heat, here's the thing. If the Heat feel like they can jog they'll power walk. Like you give them an inch, they take a mile. This team is so ready whenever you give them a little bit of relief to not go as hard as possible. And I don't know if that's because when the chips are down, they have to play as hard as possible. They're just like, wow, that was really hard. I don't want to do that all the time. But man, and the defense since the All-Star break, not great. Not surprising because they brought Kevin Love in here. So the defense isn't going to be as good with Kevin Love. The shooting's been better. It's a give and take. I don't know what to make of that. Like there's a lot of the numbers that are out right now. Barry Jackson did a good breakdown of this with Kevin Love, Bam Adebayo sharing the floor together. Now, Barry's a credible journalist, so I understand why people will listen to him more than me. But I told you this 4 games in, I told you, are we sure Kevin Love is working?
Okay.
Because I don't think I said this from the time it happened.
All right.
Because he were getting these huge deficits. I'm like, well, okay. I know that the record hasn't been pretty, but the Heat haven't get the snot kicked out of them like they had these first few games since having Kevin Love. And I'm telling you, my theory was the entire time, it doesn't look like it's Kevin Love's fault. He looks like he's doing his job just fine. Spreading the floor, getting his rebounds, doing the outlet pass that only he can do. I'm not simply blaming Kevin Love. A lot of these have been Heat tendencies all year. But you can tell Bam's numbers were going down a little bit. The rebounding hasn't quite been out there. Therefore, he doesn't get the ball to start and handle the ball and bring it up court. So, the numbers down across the board for Bam. So I read this article from Barry Jackson. I was like, yeah, that's what I said 4 games in. But now it's like it's probably like a 16-game sample size, something like that.
Yeah.
Since having Kevin Love. So I understand. But the point remains, I saw this 4 games in. I was like, I don't think this Kevin Love thing is working out quite as smooth as we think it is. Like we thought it was going to be the perfect fit next to Bam Adebayo. And I'm just not sure that it is. And I'm not saying Kevin Love's a bum. He's been fine. And by the way, props to him. This dude has sacrificed balls, blood, head trauma, all in the name of the Miami Heat wins.
Yeah, in 16 games. That's impressive.
I respect that from Kevin Love. It's not like I hate watching Kevin Love play for the Heat. Now, I did hose him down when he came here. My crimes, I answered for them. I said something to the effect of, is he even on the Cavaliers years ago? Those were dark ages. Those were dark times. Okay. I'm not that guy anymore. Okay. I'm not the guy that would just hose down Kevin Love willy-nilly. But I'm reading this stuff in Barry Jackson's column. And if you guys didn't hear, here's like a little snippet of it. He writes, Kevin Love, whose lack of foot speed was an issue on Saturday, is allowing players he's guarding to shoot 56% since joining the Heat, as compared to 50% by those players shooting overall. Adebayo is permitting an unusually high 51.2 field goal percentage since the All-Star break. Those same players shooting 49.3% overall. Speaking of Adebayo, his regression of play since the All-Star break has been puzzling. He's down every statistical category, including points per game, 21.6 before the All-Star break, 18.6 after. The most glaring, though, is rebounds, 10 before, 6.9 after. It's very clear that Kevin Love is, snatching rebounds willy-nilly. Adebayo's reached double figures in rebounds only twice in the 15 games since the All-Star break. And on Saturday, he mustered just 7 against the Nets, who pounded the Heat on the boards. Love, shooting just 29.6% on threes. The Heat have been outscored by 5 points with Love on the court. The starting line of a Love, Butler, Adebayo hero, Gabe Vincent, has been outscored by 12 points in 214 minutes in Love's 15 games with the team. What's more, the Heat has been outscored by 17 in the 246 minutes that Love and Adebayo played together. So, look, that's numbers. That's that's kind of my thing. I'm just saying Barry actually did research. I just used my eyes. And I was like, I don't think, because it doesn't look bad, because the offense looks a little bit better. But it also, just for whatever reason, doesn't feel like it's working that great.
Yep.
It doesn't feel like it's working that great. It's been okay. It's been fine. But it's very noticeable the Heat aren't defending like they used to, and they get down in bigger deficits than they have all season. And now, by the by, they don't only have no backup center for Bam, they basically are throwing Kevin Love as the backup center with Haywood Highsmith, because Spo is rats off a ship on Yurt.
Yep.
Don't know when Cody Zeller's going to be able to play with his nose.
Oh, we miss him.
I do miss him. I do miss Cody Zeller. Never thought I'd say that, but also, yes, I miss Cody Zeller.
Where the hell are you seeing him on the bench? Like, where's Oladipo? What's going on with that?
Do I see him on the bench? I don't feel like he's been off the bench. I saw him at practice on Friday.
Why? Do we have any reason as to why?
Oh, as to why he's not playing?
Why is he
I just think it's a
disappeared?
numbers game. They're playing Kyle Lowry,
Yeah.
and Kyle Lowry has looked good.
Yeah.
Has looked good coming off the bench, and I don't know what the role is there for Vic. I think that's just what it is. Kyle Lowry basically took his role. That's what that is.
I mean, do we love Gabe? Or do we love him so much that we think that
Gabe's the starter though? Like
we can't just see what Lowry is just. I mean, we were playing with the lineup all season.
I don't know. Look, he may come back into the playoffs.
Yeah.
Again, I don't write off Victor Oladipo, but yeah, it feels for right now. It's eerie how similar it is to last year, where they hit their worst run of the season.
Yep.
Then they made a rotational change, and he was out of it. And then they got to the playoffs, and they ended up having to rely on him again. But yeah, for right now, it looks like he's out of the rotation. And I think I don't remember if it was Ira or Anthony, so I apologize. But somebody had quotes from him basically saying, like, nobody talked to me about it or anything like that. Like, he hasn't gotten like this explanation, but I think he knows what it is. It is what it is. Spo's gonna say it's high class problems. But just disappointed in Saturday night, man. I was ready for a party, and just somebody threw up in the punch bowl.
Man, I think you say someone threw up in the pool. I was like, that's also
that too.
a violation.
That's just terrible.
Yeah, the punch bowl though, that's probably worse.
Do people still do punch bowls?
I don't think so.
Nah,
probably not.
Take a break. Back with more of this.
Previously on
Tobin and Leroy.
In a lot of ways, Kevin Love is like a bra.
It's our Tua.
Tua.
Tua. Chris Sims can go to hell. Tua Tagovailoa, Dolphins quarterback.
Daddy loves you guys.
Our Tua with Tobin and Leroy.
Check the history of
You of the program, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Miami Hurricanes in the Final Four. Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy, dude. What a day it was yesterday. I was nervous. I was nervous.
You know, they kind of have the same, and I blame the leadership of Jim Larinaga. They have the same effect on me that the Dolphins did, where I never feel that they're truly out of a game.
Yeah, I get you there.
So I saw that they were down. I saw that they were turning the ball over, and I saw that Texas couldn't miss, but I had faith.
It was awesome, dude. What a day it was yesterday. Can we get the final call yesterday? Joe Zagacki, many years, calling many great Hurricanes moments, but I'm sure this one has to be right up there for Joe Z. This was the call yesterday on WQAM.
Wooga puts it up there. Got it! 88-81 Miami. 4 seconds to go. Carr across the timeline. Lets it fly. It's no good. And it's all over. There's a wild celebration. It's history. The University of Miami has made history. They're going to the Final Four for the first time in school history. They're jumping up and down. It's a wild celebration. Miami to the Final Four. Miami 88, Texas 81. That's your final score. March 26th of 2023. The Miami Hurricanes make history. Miami to the Final Four. Can you believe it?
Oh, wow. That's Goosey's galore, dude.
Yeah,
that's Goosey's galore from Joe Z there.
Goosey's galore.
Wow.
I even heard CBS use some of his calls in their little montage compilation thing. That
yeah?
Yeah, so I know that these calls that he just used there, they're definitely going to be repurposed, and I can't wait.
Really, really cool. So Miami's going to take on UConn, Final Four, Saturday at 8:49 in Houston. Nice. Huskies right now, 5.5-point favorites. Idiots. All right, good. Keep doing it. Just keep doing it, everybody.
Keep doing it.
Keep. What did the Canes say coming into this? What did they say? You remember what they said, Marcos?
Oh, yeah, but does J-Fig remember
what they said? You remember what they said? J-Fig, you remember what they said?
You remember?
J-Fig? Is she gone?
No, she's
Scooby?
Scooby?
Does Scooby remember what they said?
Oh, J-Fig says she does
remember what they said.
Oh, okay.
They said, and hold on. You know what? Maybe I should take a call because I don't want to just go out
for
here
sure. People
gotta
remember, dude.
Maybe people don't. 305-56. I'll tell you what they said if you don't remember what they said. But if you don't remember what they said, here's what they said. 305-567-0560, and I'll tell you what they said because I want to remind Marcos what they said.
Yes,
but first I got to see if everybody else remembers.
I know.
You know what they said?
Yeah, but J-Fig
she says what they said. But do you remember what they said?
Well, I don't want to spoil it.
I understand, but if I will reveal what they said and remind you what they said.
Yeah, for sure.
For everybody out there who don't remember what the Hurricanes said, I will tell you what they said. But first, I need to call 305-567-0560. Oh, looks like we have a caller. Can you bring that guy up there, Marcos?
Absolutely.
Hey, caller, you're on the air. What's your name?
Yeah, my name's Jeff. What's up, Tobin?
Hey, buddy. How are you?
Hey, I'm living life, man. Yourself?
I'm good, buddy. I'm good. Thank you for calling. Hey, need I remind you, you remember what the Hurricanes said?
What did they say?
Glad he asked.
Question.
You know,
that is a good question.
Put him on hold.
I mean, he asked. So.
He did ask. They said, this was a quote.
Yes.
From all of them.
All right.
Don't pick us.
Wow.
Don't pick us, dude.
That's right.
So you go out there, all you charlatan bums.
Yep.
You go pick the Huskies. You pick them.
Yep.
Don't pick us. That's what they said, dude. That is what they said. So it is. So it shall be. Don't pick us. And you can't spell us without the U, dude. Goosey's galore. Goosies.
Oh, it follows you. Yeah, I'm telling you.
Like that.
You don't like that?
Hey, this new camera's stealing my bit. Don't do that. Hey, knock that off. We have a new, so here's the thing. I got for all those watching on YouTube today, I come into my usual set. Now we've had these new cameras in here.
Yeah.
Which are very nice.
Beautiful.
I still find it weird that we have found the solution instead of the cameras that have been up in that studio for 3 years now.
Yep.
We just bought new cameras, which follow us like robots.
Yeah.
Which are beautiful. I appreciate them putting them in. Just seems like, I don't know. Anyway, they've only put 2 up. And they didn't put it at my normal chair.
Yeah, the host, the main chair.
Right. So because Hockman and Crowder face each other, and if they're gonna put the camera, but anyway, this computer doesn't work, and so I moved, and I usually do my sliding off the camera bit. And this thing follows me. I don't like it.
It's
not
quick
too.
How quick was that?
Wow, this is a little bit weird. We got some more callers.
Yes, indeed, we do.
Let's see what else they got here. Hey, 560, you're on the air. What's your name?
Hi, Jumbo.
How you feeling this morning?
Well, he was feeling very good until he
left. All right. What about this other caller? Are they still there? Hey, how you feeling?
Feeling great.
You got the goosies today?
Oh, yeah, dude. Super goosies.
I'm goosies galore, dude. How you feeling after that win yesterday?
I feel like I just need to get off the real good. Woo!
Woo! You do that. Hey, roll your window down right now.
Yeah, if possible.
Okay? Roll it down.
Please.
And then give us a woo, but also honk the horn.
Yeah.
Wow. I got fired up. Good. Yeah. But you didn't honk the horn this time.
I didn't hear
if you could really honk. Are you driving?
I'm driving.
Yeah. Roll the window down. Give me a honk. Give me a honk. Yeah! I love that guy.
God, that was good.
Woo! All right. Let's get some headlines here brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know truck.
Guy says that sounded like a hoot, to be honest. You're right, Menu. That did sound. Listen, if there's owls that want to out of here and celebrate too, don't think I'm only privy to one bird. All right, this is an aviary for all. Okay, so if some owls
home, so
if any wise owls want to come in and hoot us, please do. I mean, Howard Schnellenberger is smiling today as he looks and sees the bridge between both programs. Now, obviously not in football, but still,
that's okay.
Still cool.
What other connection between those two is bigger than Schnellenberger? Mark Hockman?
Probably Mark Hockman.
Yeah,
I think the list goes of connections to FAU and to Miami. It goes Howard Schnellenberger, and then it goes Mark Hockman. I think that's the list.
That's good.
Maybe if there's any other nominees out there,
no clue.
Do tell. But that's the only thing that comes to mind as of this minute.
Yep.
We got another person. Hey, give that another caller on.
All
Who's
right.
What do we got? We're celebrating here today, baby. Hey, 560, you're on the air. What's your name?
Nico.
Nico, what's going on, man? How you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. I'm just calling about that Hurricanes win yesterday, man. It's got me feeling some type of way.
How you feeling? You feeling goosey galore?
I'm feeling on top of the world, man. I do got a question for you guys.
Go ahead.
What do you think about FAU Miami national championship game? How do you feel about that?
I think I like what you're saying right now, Nico. I think I like it, dude. And you want to know why I like it? Not only because it's going to make us all feel good, I think it's going to make everybody else feel miserable too.
Yeah.
And I love that. I love the fact that they're all going to be sitting here. Go ahead, buddy. Go ahead. What'd you say?
Just to know that South Florida is on top of the world right now, bringing respect not only to the 561, but to the 305. Man, I can dig it right now,
I'm telling you, man. Thanks for the call, Nico. Appreciate it.
Galore.
Anybody else who wants to get in? We're celebrating here on a Monday, back from vacation, still sweating daiquiris. Doesn't matter, okay? What else? Who else we got here? Who's on the air right now? What do we got? I think this person doesn't know they're on there.
Caller?
Hello, you there?
Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Hey, what's your name?
Yo, what up, man? My name is Johnny.
Hey,
Yo, let
Johnny.
me tell you all something. I'm not really a Hurricanes fan. I really wanted to say one thing, and then I'll let you listen to y'all. I'm a big-time Cleveland Cavaliers fan. I want to know what you think. If you think
Sorry.
Nah, let's hear what he has to say.
All right.
I didn't hear what he had to say.
I didn't
there.
hear him,
Oh,
but
you know what? You made a right choice.
he
You know,
hung-
sometimes
he did
you
some
know what?
things.
Sometimes you have to. What did he say?
He hung up on the way out, so he must have said some things.
Yeah, I think
don't know
he
what
did say
said.
some things. You want to know something?
Yeah.
Sometimes the producer has to protect the host. I
Look at
appreciate
that.
what you just
You
did.
you gotta do what you gotta do. Gotta
You know
protect
what?
you from yourself.
Because I hope that guy hangs up, and I hope he goes to hell.
Wow. Okay. All right. Well,
Sounds like a Texas Longhorns fan.
yeah. Bum.
Top bum. All right, we will get to some football news here. We will continue celebrating. If the Canes fan wants to get in here and celebrate, if the Canes fan wants to get in here and celebrate, 305-567-0560. Do so. You will be put through the line, and we'll get to that. We'll get to your text. We'll get to your chats among the Twitch and YouTube audience as well. But there is some big football news coming on up. Happened within the last hour. I'll tell you about that coming up next.
The Miami Hurricanes. do that? What's going on in Utah?
It could be something, could be nothing.
What is the meaning of it? What is the object of this?
Could be something, could be nothing.
Why would they do that?
All right. Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 5-6 WQM. Hey, Dave and Buster's month is back just in time for Hoops Tournament Hysteria. Oh, I bet it's hysteria, dude, when it's what's going on. All right, this weekend, It's going to be hysteria for Dave and Buster's. All right, dude. But maybe you want to bring that hysteria and get a little D&B bucks on us, all right? Because we're giving you a chance to a $250 gift card from Dave and Buster's. Just go to WQAM.com and enter on the contest page. And if you win, you can go to Dave and Buster's with your gift card and have a party. All on us. Dave and Buster's. Eat, drink, play, watch sports, and get on over to Dave and Buster's in Hollywood. Tobin and Leroy here with you, taking you up until 2 o'clock. We've been celebrating the Canes all day, talking a little Heat. If you missed any of it, you guys can go back and listen on the Odyssey app. You guys can go section by section there, or you can go to the YouTube page and rewind it and listen and watch the show as you please. But I want to get some football news, a little footy football. We have the owners' meetings, which are going on now, Marcos, in Phoenix, I believe, is where they're going on. I don't know when they get started. I imagine soon. Now, what is Arizona right now? Are they only 2 hours ahead or 3 hours ahead with their because they don't believe in daylight savings time, which is
true.
Something my wife feels very strongly about too. She hates daylight savings time. I've never seen her as angry as anything as to when we have to spring ahead or fall back. She hates them both. And she just wants to,
what about the extra sleep?
Just pick one.
Yeah, okay.
And just stick with it. That's what she wants.
I like that though. That's a good take.
I think I prefer. What do you prefer? You like it getting dark early, or you like it? You like the nighttime getting here? Because I will tell you, as once you'll find out with Baby Tadpole,
yes,
the getting dark early does help.
Okay, good. I was gonna say I do like that one, but I was scared that you were gonna tell me that whatever I like is the wrong one.
No, I wasn't gonna do that. No, I mean, you're already born in August. I mean, you've had enough trouble in your life.
All right, okay. Do you want to know the time in Arizona?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. It's actually, you know what, Arizona? Questionable, dude. In different counties, it's different times.
Wait, what?
Yes. In Navajo County, it's 9:21 a.m., which is only 2 hours.
I think it's in Phoenix, the meeting. So what is it in
Phoenix? It's 8:21.
All right.
Yeah,
well,
3 hours.
All right. So they're just staying put, but now they're 3 hours behind.
Yeah.
All right.
It's okay. The old like to be up early.
The old dude. Let me tell you something about the old.
Okay.
I walked in one day to pick up some dinner for my family.
Yeah.
And I thought I was going to get jumped for my old comments in regards to Vic Fangio. I thought Fangs was going to get up from the Thai dinner table, and whoop my ass. It was like, I was like, wow,
yeah, it was Thai food.
The old love Thai food.
Okay,
apparently.
All right, that's good. I didn't know that. That they were more of like I don't know, porridge.
it was interesting. I'll tell you one other interesting thing that I had at dinner when I was on vacation. So we're out to dinner, me and the wifey, and you know, we didn't eat heavy. We were kind of snacking and drinking.
Nice.
But then we were like, oh, let's try. We haven't had dessert in any place here. Let's get some dessert. And our waiter, high as hell.
Okay.
Just
right.
like,
okay.
So high.
Very clearly.
He goes, I'll tell you about dessert in a second, but first I got to take a journey on over there.
What?
And I was like, what? And it was literally the table right next to us.
Okay.
It's a journey.
Now you're in suspense. When he comes back, this
and he goes, and so like gets up to us. He goes, "Hey, they probably won't let me telling you this, but because I just want some key lime pie or something like that."
Yeah.
The guy goes, "Want some key lime pie?" He goes, "I probably don't like me telling you this, but you don't want that here."
Okay.
I was like, "What do you mean?"
Okay.
I looked at the tables next to us; it looked completely fine.
Yeah.
He goes, you want to go over to the Golden Donkey?
Wow.
I was like, what?
Another place?
So I gotta go on a dessert adventure from this guy?
What's going on?
This guy's like, he's withholding dessert for me. He's like, no, you gotta take my recommendation. So of course we get up and we leave. We go looking for this Golden Donkey. I can't find it.
Oh no.
It's just like a couple blocks over.
No. Okay, look, as a server, I've pulled this move before, and that means one of two things. Number one, he was really looking out for you, and the dessert isn't good, and he really cares. Or the more likely one, number two, he just didn't feel like doing it.
I don't think he wanted to serve us.
It probably required, because sometimes they leave things like the dessert to the servers. They're like, we're busy enough. The servers, if it's like a piece of cake, you can cut it yourself, put it on a plate, bring it out. He probably was like, "That's way too much work, dude. Just send it to the Golden Donkey."
Yeah. Very strange, dude.
Sorry, dude. I am so sorry. So you never got key lime pie?
Never got key lime pie,
Okay.
dude. I did get a key lime daiquiri.
Oh, that's good.
Delicious.
Yeah, I'm sure you found the daiquiris.
Oh, dude, it was impossible not to find the daiquiris.
Yeah.
There was another thing too on my when I was out by the pool at this the hotel we were staying at.
Yeah.
And this this bartender's name was Gary.
All right.
And he goes, let me. I ordered. The hell was it called? It was like a rum runner, basically. It wasn't daiquiri at the time. And he goes, I got my own concoction.
What?
I was just why can't we just serve what I asked for?
Jesus.
And so like he goes, it's like that. It's got its own little thing going on.
What's
And like his other ingredient was like in a rum run, I think is like rum, fruit juice.
Yeah.
I think that's it. And I think he added like, yeah, but it's got also some Sprite.
Okay.
It's like,
Dude.
all right, hey man, that doesn't make you a what the hell like a mixologist.
He's like, turn around. I don't want you to see the secret ingredient. See, opens a Sprite.
Oh, man. So
Jeez, can I just get some service?
people were nutty up there, but it was a fun time. I had a great time.
Yeah.
All right, so breaking news.
Wow.
That really broke a half hour ago, but we've been busy celebrating the Kings. So Lamar Jackson has let everybody know that he has requested a trade from the Ravens. He has officially requested a trade. He wrote a letter to my fans. I want to first thank you all for the love and support you constantly show towards me. All of you are amazing, and I appreciate you all so much. I want you to know, do not believe everything you read about me. Let me personally answer your questions. In regards to my future plans, as of March 2nd, I requested a trade from the Ravens organization for which the Ravens has not been interested in meeting my value. Any and everyone that's met me or been around me knows that I love the game of football, and my dream is, continues on, a lot of tweets, to win a Super Bowl. You're all great, but I had to make a business decision that was best for my family and I. No matter how far I go or where my career takes me, I'll continue to be close to my friends and fans of Baltimore, Flock Nation, and the entire state of Maryland. You'll see me again. So there you go.
Wow. Interesting time to release that, if I had to be honest. Owners meeting, good timing, a lot of people meeting together. Let me just go ahead and drop this nugget real quick.
Let them know. Yeah. Well, you know
Smart.
what? You definitely have to. You have to get to this point of trying to get the ball rolling on
I
this.
mean, he's waited 25 days too. Like he, asked for a trade, and clearly Baltimore has seemed like they don't want to do that. And I can't blame him necessarily, but I don't know, man. It doesn't bode well for Baltimore.
Well, yeah, I think that it's going to be an interesting thing from them. You have gone this entire thing with waiting this whole game out with him. You never paid him what he wants, and you clearly don't have interest in paying him what he wants. Now you go into this owners meeting, and we have seen at these owners meetings before, Marcos. These owners get a little bit froggy.
Yeah,
they don't like each other. They get a little. So I think it's a smart play by Lamar because right now it feels very much like you're on the verge of collusion with him, of these owners not wanting to give guaranteed contracts to these quarterbacks. They don't want to pull what the Browns pulled with Deshaun Watson. But now somebody gets a little sassy at these meetings, maybe Jim Irsay, maybe Robert Kraft. Robert Kraft is always on edge. And by the way, Mac Jones is a bum.
Okay. I don't know. Okay. You're not wrong.
Yeah, no, but he is.
For sure.
He's
Just
a
throwing it
bum.
out.
And so, like, I know it's not usually the Patriots' way to make the big whale splash.
Yeah.
But you get one of these owners that gets a little foggy back and forth, and then all of a sudden, Lamar's like, excellent. And now he's got a move that's going his way because, before it was like, oh, Carolina, no interest. Or got the number one pick. I'm like, what? That's kind of crazy. You don't want him?
Yeah.
Other teams are coming out there. No interest in Lamar Jackson. So, yeah, I do think it is smart that at the owners' meetings, you have a situation where Lamar is kind of throwing up a little bit of a signal. Hey, come get me. Let's go. Let's make this happen, baby. Let's get it going. And the other thing is, if he gets traded, it's not necessarily one of those things where believe they have to give up 2 first-round picks. So, like, for example, the Dolphins, who aren't trading for Lamar Jackson. I would be, stunned if they were. But let's just, and we'll get to some of the Dolphin stuff in a second. But instead of a team now having to give up 2 first-round picks and all of that money, now maybe Baltimore can actually work out a deal. They give up 1 first-round pick or a pick and a player or some kind of deal there where Lamar can go to the destination that he wants, work out a contract that he wants, and the compensation doesn't have to be 2 first-round picks, which is obviously a big deterrent for a lot of these teams and maybe not want to. And the money is too, don't get me wrong. It's obviously still a ton of money, but as we have seen, you don't have to be in that situation like Denver does, where they gave a ton of money to Russell Wilson and they also gave up a lot of picks. Now you could be in a situation where, like, hey, we gave Lamar Jackson all this money, but it's a much more palatable trade because we didn't have to give up all the assets. So, yeah, I do think it's a smart move by Lamar Jackson to get the ball rolling on this stuff. I know people are crazy that this stuff that he doesn't have an agent, it's this deal would be done. Maybe it would, maybe it wouldn't. I don't know. I'm sure that it's got to be tough from the standpoint of he doesn't have anybody to be the filter for him. And that's probably why feelings get hurt the way that they do. He's like, look, you guys clearly don't want me that much. You don't want me that much. So why don't you let me go? Let me go find a deal. Let me get something done. And this is something that's done with other players too, where it's like we saw this with Austin Eckler recently, where the Chargers gave him permission to go request a trade and go see what his value is and see if they can work something out there. But obviously, this is a much bigger scale because the money's a lot bigger. He's a franchise quarterback. He's young. You don't typically let those walk out the door. But also, the Ravens not interested in committing to it. So, very interesting. And it's interesting how Lamar's just kind of having this all, put out there and laid out there for everybody. But he's letting people know. He's like, look, there's not only been a trade request. There's been a trade request for basically a month. And now we're going to get to these owners' meetings. It's a little froggy. I don't know.
Man,
now, is this Harbaugh talking now? Because is he talking at these owners' meetings? Is he there? Or is that old stuff? That looks like it's old stuff.
Yeah, I can't trust him.
Yeah, I can't trust him either.
Look at those guys.
Brewski.
Now, unfortunately, this leans into points that I know both you and Leroy have made. You look at other situations, Kyler Murray acted like a baby.
Yep.
Got his money.
Mm-hmm.
Lamar Jackson has been as mature about this as you possibly can be.
It's the most mature trade request I've ever heard in my life.
Never, he is doing the opposite.
I love all of you, but they don't like me like that. So I want some money.
Yeah. And I'm going to give you 3 weeks before I even mention anything about it.
Mm-hmm.
Even during the regular season, he stopped taking questions on his contract situation. Right. It's not like he's been out here complaining on Twitter. Anytime he does go to Twitter, it's usually something cryptic or it's something like he's doing now. And, this is a move that he has to make to add value to him. So I completely get it. I respect it. But it's just, it goes to show you, if you really want your money, make a stink.
Dude, make a stink. All right. That's what it all comes down to. You guys can text at 305-567-0560. We're back with more after this.
WQAM broadcasting live from the Ed Moore
All right, welcome back. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM. Take you up until 10 o'clock here on the or 2 o'clock on the program. Start at 10 o'clock.
I'm sorry. How long are we
Yeah,
going on?
we're going until 10 p.m. tonight. Celebrating the Canes, dude.
All right.
Not even letting Hockman and Crowder in the studio today. We have barred the doors. You are not allowed in here. No, it's we'll take you up until 2. If you guys want to call the program, we're taking a ton of calls today. Celebrating the Canes at 305-567-0560. And, of course, you guys can text at 305-567-0560 as well and get in on the chat. Owners meetings going on right now in Arizona as we'll get going and see what's going on, what's what. I don't think any drama really going for the Dolphins. Mike McDaniel apparently did speak this morning.
Oh, nice.
Reading from Barry Jackson. And it says, Mike McDaniel said that he was elated that the Dolphins traded for cornerback Jalen Ramsey. So that's kind of cool. And he was asked about the idea of managing a roster with several stars. And Mike McDaniel's response to that was, quote, I have to be a bigger star than them.
Wow. I like that.
I like that too.
I've heard a lot of good things like out of the draft. For example, I heard Penn State or whatever saying a lot of their players.
I know.
Person
that was cool.
Mike McDaniel. Yeah, that is cool.
Yeah, like he was scouting at Penn State. First of all, I think he went to like a sports bar the night before.
Amazing.
And somebody was like, I heard that you were there. You showed up like a legend. And then another one was just saying like how funny he is. That's a thing, dude. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah.
One of the things that is cool about that's going on with the Miami Dolphins right now, there's just a cool factor to them. You know, we get all crazy about this, you know, with this quarterback debate, but you look around and you see all these guys that are like, I kind of like how they play. They obviously play very fast. They have stars. Now we got stars on offense, stars on defense, stars that like to talk on both sides of the football.
Yeah.
And you have a coach who's got a great personality. And it's hilarious. It goes viral all the time, whether it's for clock. Why'd you stop?
Oh, I don't know. I'm sorry. They're gonna go through. He has so many. I'm sorry.
Clock. Nice.
Oh, beautiful.
Just love it. I just love it so much.
Actually, we from the pro day, we actually have Mike McDaniel. We have it mic'd up from actually running the pro day 40. Here it is.
Clock. Nice.
Yep. Love it. Also, I saw that he gave a quote to, I think it was Tom Pelissero from NFL Network. I think it was to him. I don't know if and it was he was talking about Tua, and this was Goosey's. All right. If you don't like this, I don't think you like anything.
Check your pulse if you're not fired up.
Check your pulse if you're not fired up. He said with Tua, I can see the hunger that he has this offseason.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
Hungry, dude. He is hungry.
I like it.
And you want to know something about Mike McDaniel?
Yes.
Dude loves snacks.
He does. He's actually a big time snack guy.
I'm a big snack time guy.
But I don't feel like when he talks about Tua's hunger, I don't think he's talking about snack time. Okay.
I don't think so.
This isn't just an off season. That's a trip to the vending machine for Tua. All right. This is a 5-course meal that's going on right now.
Yeah.
All right. This is not just some little hors d'oeuvre going around. All right. Tua's not just out here having pigs in a blanket.
Yeah.
All right. He is out here having it from bisque to souffle, dude.
Nice.
All the way through. Little chopped salad, little iceberg salad. All right.
Wow, a lot of courses on this meal.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Just don't order the key lime pie.
Some foie gras.
Oh,
he's got it all going on.
Goose liver? Is that goose?
That is goose. That's Goosey's liver, dude.
Wow.
That is Goosey's liver. That's what he's got going on right now.
Goosey's galore.
Foie gras.
I have to be a bigger star than all of them.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Somehow, though, I feel like if there's anybody who's capable of doing it in the most authentic way possible, it could be Mike McDaniel. Although it's going to be hard to top Tyreek and Jalen Ramsey at practice this year.
He said of working with Vic Fangio, he says, working with Vic has validated everything I thought about when I made the decision to target him as defensive coordinator. I spent 20 hours a week for the last several weeks meeting with the defense. He looks at things a lot like I do on the defensive side of the ball. His devotion to tape, his devotion to coaching, not in absolutes, but through relationships and trying to get the best out of players in every way, shape, or form. They are putting the Fang Gang back together, dude. I like some of the moves that they were making while I was on vacation. So Fangio's getting his crew together because you got some McCoachin guys. Although I saw this Trent Sherfield. I don't know. Did you guys talk about this Trent Sherfield?
Yeah. What the hell was that, dude?
I didn't like that.
Yeah.
I didn't like that. Now, that being said, I understand what he's doing because it's kind of similar to what Tyreek Hill did. But he's Tyreek Hill, dude. You're Trent Sherfield.
It's very true.
You know, mind your P's and Q's when it comes to kissing Josh Allen's ass. All right? Because if you want to really, if we think that he's an elite quarterback, why is the star receiver yelling at him in the biggest game of the year?
It's very true.
Okay? Because have you ever seen a receiver yell at Tua? Like ever?
Nope.
Never.
Not once.
All right. And for that, that's a quarterback that everybody has questions about or doubted coming into the year.
Yep.
Never seen his stars yell at him before. Not even a side eye. Not even a side eye, dude.
Nothing.
And this Trent Sherfield's out here talking about, oh, if you want to be an elite player, you got to be an elite QB. You got to be within the QB. All right, dude. Listen, you act like you didn't have your best numbers last year. You did. Yep. And you're acting like you didn't play with two guys who had outstanding seasons. Their best personal seasons at receiver. Record-breaking. Franchise record-breaking. You're acting like you played with Mac Jones last year. Like, because he's a bum.
No.
And I just found it a little unbecoming. I understand. Look, it's not Trent Sherfield's fault because we're very sensitive with Tua. I acknowledge. That being said, zip it up, dude.
Could have said it a different way.
He could have said it a different way. He could have said, but you don't want to know something? Good. Enjoy that team over there full of big babies. Stephon Diggs yelling at Josh Allen with Ken Dorsey, who's got anger management issues all of a sudden.
True. He punches.
Ruined a camera.
How dare he?
I just didn't, I didn't care for that last week.
I just think he didn't have to say it that way. You could have mentioned, I'm happy to be with this organization. I'm happy to have an opportunity. And then just move on, man. Just be mature about it. But no, everyone's got to talk about Tua.
Dolphin Kane saying Tyreek did the same just to Mahomes. But here's the thing, Dolphin Kane. Here's the thing. A little different. Same but different. Here's why. One, he's making fun of our guy now, and I don't like that. Second of all, and most importantly, he's Mahomes. Like, I actually found it unbecoming of Patrick Mahomes that he got his feathers ruffled. You're Patrick Mahomes. You're established. You're the real deal. And it's also kind of one of the things where I thought with Josh Allen, like, all right, Trent Sherfield, he doesn't need his feathers fluffed. Okay, he doesn't need your stamp of approval. And to leave a situation in Miami where it's like, oh, they didn't want me. They got Braxton Berrios now, and I'm not going to be using. I don't know. Like, but I'll tell you one thing. Have we heard any of these quotes from Mike Gesicki? Because I feel like that would have gone viral if he called Mac Jones elite. Because I haven't heard any. Have they even has he even talked yet?
I've literally heard nothing.
I think that's just the Patriots way. They're like as few press conferences as possible.
Yeah, but they just have a way of just like absorbing someone's personality and just completely diminishing it. Chad Johnson was over there and didn't say a word for like a season. I don't even know how long he was there. He may still be there, how little anyone speaks in New England. Whatever, though, Gesicki. You and Mac Jones can do the gritty somewhere.
Good luck, Mac.
Wish you the best.
But unless they get like Lamar Jackson, that would kind of worry me. I wouldn't like that.
Then, geez, AFC East. Can you give me a second, dude?
This is going to be a hell of a division if that happens.
Get a second.
Can't happen, right? Patriots never do anything that splashy. When's the last time when they get Randy Moss? When's the last time they've done? When have the Patriots ever done anything that cool other than win 6 Super Bowls? But when have they done anything that like flashy?
Even though Super Bowls weren't cool, it was like a field goal here,
field goal there. 13-3.
Oh,
who liked that Super Bowl?
Yes.
Other than O'Keefe.
Yeah.
Nobody. That's who.
No one.
Mike McDaniel said on the deal for Jalen Ramsey, he said, General Manager Chris Greer came to his office. He says, hey, he says, you're going to like the news that I have. We have an opportunity. And he says, all right, not in talking terms, not what we're doing in a cause. That would be a cool opportunity. That would be hard to replicate. That's the litmus test. He says, we're willing to trade draft picks. We very much value them. When presented with the opportunity, we jumped on it. To Chris Greer and Brandon Shore's credit, they were able to get a fair deal, and we are elated to have a player of that quality.
This is where I found old dealer Chris.
He was wheeling and dealing, dude. That's got to be a good feeling when you're Chris Greer and you bring that to the coach. You just walk down onto that office. You're like, hey, how'd you like to add Jalen Ramsey to the team? And, Mike McDaniel's going to be like, I would like that very much.
How many times has that happened to him, though?
I guess it's 2 now. It's him and Tyreek Hill. He's had that happen.
For sure.
I guess it probably happened with
Chubb,
too.
Yeah.
I mean, they say they value draft picks, but it seems very much like they're going in the route of Pat Riley, where it's like, I'm not a draft pick guy.
For sure.
Which maybe is the right way to go. I'm not even saying that's the wrong way to go anymore.
Yeah.
Draft picks, Except once they get this steal from these Penn State dudes, that's what's going to happen. That's what's going on. He's going to start. He's going to start hoarding and getting these great picks because everyone's going to want to come here.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, don't draft me.
Man. Those people are going to miss out on. Well, not necessarily them missing out. Other teams are going to miss out on a few key players they can pick up late because those relationships are going to be established by Mike McDaniel. Just walking in and being a normal guy, dude.
What if Mike McDaniel tells all these guys to flunk their interviews?
Okay. You think he's telling people to sabotage themselves?
Sabotage themselves.
All right,
dude.
come play with us.
Yep. Yep.
I don't know if that's the best bet, though. There's only so many roster spots.
Only a couple guys, just, infiltrate a little bit. I'm not talking about the whole draft. I mean,
yeah.
Just a couple gems, baby.
Can you believe 32 Penn State people didn't write their name on the stats?
Why did this guy spell it with a backwards R?
It's very strange.
I don't know if I trust that.
Took an IQ test yesterday.
We'll take a quick break. You guys can get at us on the show through text, through chat. We're celebrating the Canes. If you guys missed the final call or some of the buckets yesterday from Joe Z, we'll bring you that coming on up. Got some cat talking and have a show announcement coming up next hour as well.
Whoa.
Yup. Back after this. All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM, taking you up until 2 o'clock here on the show. Hour 3 of the program, rolling on up here. Been celebrating our Miami Hurricanes, moving on to the Final Four for the first time in program history. Woo!
That's right, baby.
Very good.
Saw the picture of Josie cutting the net.
Goosey's, right? It was really cool.
That, dude. He
What?
deserves that for sure.
Definitely deserves that. Hell yeah, man.
Loved it, man.
These guys who are out there, they're calling the games and they're bringing you that local call.
Yeah.
That's a really, really cool moment, man.
He is the Hurricanes. I love it.
Yeah, it's a cool thing for him and this whole team and for Coach L. I mean, how do you not feel good for that? Like you're talking about, that was kind of the thing that was as much success as he's had. He's always, he's the guy. He brought George Mason to the Final Four all those years ago.
Yep.
Comes down to Miami. Everybody probably thinks, that's going to be the end of the year of Coach L. He's going down to Miami to retire. Same thing they said about Jimmy Butler, you know?
Yep.
And now he takes his Canes back to the Final Four after many tournament trips, after an Elite Eight last year, back-to-back Elite Eights. He finally gets past that. And it's just, how do you not feel great for him? The guy is just all class. He's got such energy. And you know, how do you not love him dancing after every one of these performances?
Yeah.
It just it brings a smile to your face. Like
personality, man.
Yeah. And so you have like the confetti raining down on him yesterday.
Yep.
You feel awesome for him. And it feel awesome for FAU too, by the way. We've been shouting out the Owls today. It's just it's such a cool thing that we have going down here in South Florida. FAU as improbable a Final Four run as you'll see. You know, a guy, I think they're only the third 9 seed to ever get this far. They've had a hell of a year. They've only lost 3 times this year. Just an awesome weekend for South Florida sports, and going to get to be the center of the basketball world this weekend to see if both these teams could maybe end up facing each other in the championship game coming up next Monday. In a week's time, we could be previewing next week. We could be previewing a Canes Owls championship game. That's bananas.
Would have never thought that.
No,
Didn't
no
even
way
know that they had a basketball team, if I have to be honest. Which is my fault because they were very good all year.
They were very good all year.
So, I don't mean to discredit them. I'm just saying, obviously, there's just so many schools in the market that usually get a lot more love. Even, the underwhelming success or lack of success of FIU gets more coverage than FAU. So, for them to just storm out of nowhere is an amazing thing to see. And I wish them the best, except for when they're facing the Canes.
What? My wife and I were getting into an argument today. She's like, yeah, I think I'm going to root for FAU.
Whoa!
What?
Why?
She goes, because my daughter has said that she wants to go to FAU. She's
Okay.
like, she wants to stay local, to near us. So she's like, yeah, I think we're gonna root for FAU. I'm like, well, a house divided, eh?
Wow.
2 people who didn't even go there. A couple of Barry Buccaneers divided by their college loyalty that has nothing to do with the school they went to, and one that maybe their daughter will go there one day.
Maybe,
who knows? And maybe she'll change her mind because she's 10
for sure. There you go. Seems like you've drawn some lines.
Oh man, this is let's get to some cat talk here, right? Oh yeah.
Wow. Okay. All right.
Tastes almost as good as those daiquiris that I was swinging down like crazy.
Yeah, you love daiquiris.
Oh, dude,
That's
yes.
perfect though. You're
What about a
outside, it's
Celsius
hot.
daiquiri? Back and forth.
Woo. Damn, that's energy and that's inebriation.
Yep.
That'd be good.
Pretty great. Anyway, some cat talk here brought to us by our friends over at Celsius. Hockey fans, don't sit this one out. When it's game time, make Celsius a party of play and get that energy up. Game day is fueled by Celsius Essential Energy Drinks, the official energy drink of the Florida Panthers. Panthers have lost 3 in a row. They are back out of the playoff picture. Not great. And the other thing that is interesting here is they got Ottawa tonight. And I don't do this much with the Cats, but Ottawa's behind you in the standings. And it needs to be told. Don't lose to the Senators. Don't you go and lose 4 straight after it looked like you were getting things together and things were riding high with the Cats. Don't you go and lose to the Ottawa Senators tonight. All right.
Yeah.
That's not what we need. We need to get this going.
Can I say why this is alarming to me?
Hmm?
And it has definitely to do with the lack of success the Panthers are getting, but more to do with the fact that them and the Miami Heat have mirrored each other all season. And I saw that the Panthers seem to have turned the corner at almost the same time the Heat seem to have turned the corner. And then now that they go through this 3-game losing streak, I'm kind of looking at the Heat like, you better not do this to me. Can't take it, dude. I can't take it. It's too much anxiety on both sides. And looking at the Panthers right now as like the blueprint of what the Heat may do, it's not looking good.
Look, they have this bad run they're going on. If they're going to tighten things up, let's get going now. All right, it's enough jerking around here, getting to this spot. We've come too far, Panthers, to blow it. All right, Kodak Black is counting on you guys to get things going. By the way, speaking of celeb Panthers fans, what the hell was going on with Brooks Koepka at the Panthers game this weekend? Is he friends with Aaron Ekblad? Did you see what was going on?
No, I didn't.
He held up a traffic cone. What? And he just kept shouting at Aaron Ekblad, "You're a parking cone," essentially saying that, he's not a good defender.
Yeah.
So is he just a rabid Panthers fan who's fed up with Aaron Ekblad, or is he friends and he's just making fun of him? Because I was just very confused by that. Apparently he was just in this live golfer Brooks Koepka, of course, South Florida guy. I just found that strange. He was just shouting at Aaron Ekblad. I didn't know if anybody had the backstory to that. It was such a busy sports weekend. You'll excuse me. I didn't have time to get down with the research of why was Brooks Koepka yelling at Aaron Ekblad, "You're a parking cone," because of, I don't know, the Canes in the Final Four, David Benavidez versus Caleb Plant, the Heat poop in the bed on UD night. It just kind of got lost in the ether for me.
What is this, dude?
Why is Aaron Ekblad yelling at Aaron? Why is Brooks Koepka yelling at Aaron Ekblad? I'm assuming that they're just friends and he's just messing with them.
I really hope so.
Because I don't even know why Brooks Koepka would be allowed to bring a parking cone into a game.
That's true.
Other than he's
no one really thought of
Brooks Koepka and really rich.
Yeah.
But these Panthers games, we got a lot of shenanigans going on with this between Brooks Koepka, grinding, gyrating, and maybe having sex, Kodak Black.
Yes.
And Victor E. Rat taking a beating. These
rough.
Panthers games have been having a lot of weird stuff going on.
Yeah, they've been arguably more eventful than Heat games, other than Jake Paul running from Floyd Mayweather the other day.
Nothing ever came of that, huh?
No,
nothing. Just they haven't made their fight yet. We've all just waiting for that one to drop, waiting for Floyd Mayweather to just admit
that's
that.
the last one. Now that Jake Paul is lost, I have no interest in anything he does. But Floyd Mayweather fight
tickles your fancy
a little bit.
Apparently, him and Manny Pacquiao are going to be in a tag team fight.
Yeah, I did hear about that, but that has fall through written all over it in my brain.
Hard to argue. It is boxing.
Just gonna fall through.
Great boxing match this past weekend though between David Benavidez and Caleb
Plant. Yeah.
David Benavidez called out Canelo afterwards, and I would like to see that fight.
You think it's gonna be good? I feel like Canelo
that feels like an impossible. That feels like an impossible fight to not be good between the both of them.
Yeah, I like that
because they're both just offensive power punchers. It feels like that's impossible for that fight not to be great. Feels like if they did that fight in Mexico or like Arizona or Texas, atmosphere would just be absolutely bananas. Yeah, I think David Benavidez might beat Canelo too.
Wow, I was gonna say I feel like Canelo has garnered such respect that I'm just like, no one will even get close.
Yeah, well, Bivol beat him recently, but Bivol is like, first of all, he's a lot bigger than Canelo.
That's what I
think he just bit off more than he could chew, and then also he always goes against these guys that have jabs. Those always give him trouble. Now, you might argue if you're a Canelo fan, like, hey, David Benavidez, jab's not fantastic. It's not necessarily his best weapon. Canelo is going to always outslug a slugger, maybe, but I would like to see it.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Really
Either way.
Entertaining fight. I'm reading today. I just saw this from something called the Austin American Statesman. Doesn't even sound like a real newspaper.
What is this?
They write.
They're still newspapers?
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Gotcha.
You got to put something in a bird cage,
That's a point.
I don't know. When was the last time you bought a newspaper? I do subscribe, by the way, to all my writing friends. I do subscribe to both newspapers,
for sure.
So I am actually paying for the news. So.
Yeah, the news is different than an actual newspaper.
I'm not, but the news, like I've been called. I actually one time when I first signed up for the Sun Sentinel, they gave you like a deal where they would actually send you the Sunday paper.
Yeah, I do remember
which
that.
is gigantic.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, what a waste of a lot of trees.
Oh, it is a waste.
Because I didn't
Oh,
open
God.
that thing once.
That's
but they sent it for me like for a good, I think it was like some 6-month promotion. I got the Sun Sentinel after signing up for their news.
Yeah.
And I didn't open that Sunday paper once. I always just buy it. I got it on my iPad. I don't need it.
It's rough. I only, as a kid who was grounded a lot, I only would be available to have the newspaper. So I would go through the comics and then I'm like, all right, I'm done. What am I going to do?
You
here?
still reading the Sunday comics as a kid?
It's fun.
Gotta see what Garfield's up to this time.
Oh, that's
Still
sneaky.
hates Mondays.
Sneaky Garfield.
I'm like anti-Garfield today, dude. I love this Monday. This is a great Monday. But anyway, the Austin American Statesman. This is the paper. It says on the headline, "The whistle went their way. Texas men fade late, fall 1 game short of the Final Four." The whistle went their way, huh? The whistle went their way. It went the Canes' way. The whistle.
Yeah, not according to
Not you
Josie.
blowing a 13-point lead.
Yep.
In college basketball. Not that. The whistle went their way. Interesting. I feel like we're going to hear a lot of that.
Yeah,
lot of sour grapes for the Canes fan for the Canes team getting as far as they have.
Yeah.
You'll see a lot of it. That Darren Ravel, I saw him yesterday. He goes, John Ruiz, first NIL booster or number 2 NIL booster, gets a team in the Final Four. Yeah, that's right, Darren. That's how it works. That's right. You love sports business so much.
Yep.
You want to sit here and you want to cry. Oh, that's not a true team. It's not how college basketball is built. Get out of here, dude. I've seen college basketball built so many different ways, all up and down the board. And this is going to be the time where we're going to be like, oh, it doesn't feel the same. It doesn't feel like college sport. This is as college sports as it gets. Are you kidding me? This is what the whole tournament is supposed to be about. We talk about all the time. We want upsets, Cinderellas, all that. Everybody talks about all the time. Florida Gulf Coast or George Mason or the Peacocks. What the hell is that Peacock team? You know, dude, that Peacock team that got really far.
With the old
We
lady?
always talk about, Sister Jean, dude.
That's right.
All these teams, all of a sudden, I want traditional teams. When? Since when, dude? When all of a sudden do you want these traditional teams? Because every year, everybody talks about the Cinderella.
Loyola.
The Cinderella that's able to, she buzzer beater.
Jeez. She's 103, Sister Jean. Huh?
Still hanging? But no, it's funny now. All of a sudden, worst Final Four. Even right now, look at these charlatan bums up here. They're subject on First Take. Is this UConn's tournament to lose?
What? Why?
Yeah, you want to know what? Actually, First Take, it is. You want to know why? Because they're going to get lost. They're going to get lost because you're going to hold this Coach L.
Yep.
That's what's going to be going down for you, dude.
I like that.
I'm telling you right now. I got it coming for you, Huskies.
Yeah.
You might want to put on your Husky pants because it's going to be a long day at the dinner table. And baby food, he's going to be eating at that high chair.
I used to wear Husky shirts. That's when I found out I was
Oh,
fat.
did you really?
Yeah, I was so
Me
sad.
too. I think it was comfy.
Me and my friend were picking shirts
It was a
out.
nice cover up to know that you were a fat kid, but you could you know what? It's Husky.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just big. They didn't really say.
Is this UConn's tournament to lose? They're the only school that has any past. Oh, that doesn't have a past. Oh, okay. All right. Sorry, dude. Sorry. So sorry that we were here to ever infiltrate and make you all quiver and upset because heavens to Betsy, the Hurricanes and Owls make the Final Four.
Yeah.
And we don't have an all-time power like Houston get there or Kansas isn't there. So sorry to interrupt. But guess what? You want to know something, Huskies? This isn't your tournament to lose, okay? You're just here as another prop for the Hurricanes. You're just in the way right now. That's all you are. You are a parking cone just for the Canes to go around. All right? So then, Brooks Koepka, he can pick you up, bring you to his next Panthers game, and mock Aaron Ekblad with it. in either a joking or serious fashion. I'm not really sure.
Still don't know.
Don't really know what he's doing
He
there.
was very annoying, though. There's a lot of different publications.
That's
saying
okay.
this was
You
very
guys
annoying.
sit there. You talk about UConn, and you talk about something like, oh, you know, hey, maybe you guys all feel good about yourselves. You have something cool to do up there in Bristol, Connecticut. But you know, let's be real about it. Look at this run the Canes have been on. Everybody's sitting here all upsets. Not for the Canes. Canes have had it the hard way this entire way. This wasn't some easy breezy run to the championship. They got on a 4 seed, a 1 seed, a 2 seed. Now you're gonna sit here and you're gonna pray. Oh, please, UConn. We can't have the Canes swaggering to a championship. Ridiculous. Shame on you, ESPN.
I just don't get how you can hate
Shame
this
on
team.
you, Austin American statesman.
Shame.
For shame. The whistle went their way. No. You know what went our way? Jordan Miller. Perfect. That went the way.
True.
That's what went their way. Perfect. Not a miss. That's what went their way. So you could sit here and you can cry about the refs. Because I don't know about you. Did you see these referees taking away baskets from Nigel Pack? He shoots the coolest shot of the tournament. Oh, it went over the backboard. No good. Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Course.
All of a sudden, that's not allowed. We're not allowed to do awesome stuff. I missed it because in horse, that counts.
I was going to say, that counts.
Yep. Now all of a sudden, illegal. Who even looks for that? I'll tell you who. Crooked referees.
Mm-hmm.
That's who.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if it was a very pro-Texas crowd. Yep. It was a pro-Texas broadcast.
Yep.
And they have the audacity to write that the whistle went their way. Well, dude, hey, do me a favor. Why don't you whistle your ass out of this tournament? Never want to hear from you again. Horns down, bums.
Bums. What are you doing, bro? What are you doing with the camera here, huh? You broke the motor?
I didn't do anything, dude.
You're too active.
This little robot camera is like it's not pointing the right way.
So it gets stuck, so you're gonna have to move it. Okay.
Is that a little scary though? That it could recognize a human being? It's like, oh, okay, there he goes.
That's technology. Grow up, Peter Pan.
Or AI, by the way, getting scary, but also getting good.
Mm-hmm.
They're using it in the medical field.
I don't like it.
Yeah, they're diagnosing things earlier now with AI, and apparently they're also messing with your camera.
You read Newsweek or something, dude? What's going on with you?
That newspaper, I guess.
I got a show announcement coming up next segment.
Ooh.
Show announcement coming up next segment.
Wow.
So looking forward to that. By the way, somebody says, "Sweet baby Jesus, Tobin, get your bleep together." It was the fat donkey, not the golden donkey.
Okay.
Right. It was fat donkey.
It was a fat donkey.
It was.
Why is he very, very angry?
I must love the fat donkey.
I guess.
I couldn't find it though. You want to go over to the golden donkey? It was weird, dude. A lot of weird stuff happening over there in Cocoa Beach. I almost saw a fight.
Nice.
That was pretty weird.
Yeah, that's
Did
why I don't.
But did you initiate this one?
Yeah. Did you?
I didn't initiate this one. I was just walking around. I was drinking, minding my own business. J-Fig. My wife walked into the seashell store, or whatever the hell was going on, some souvenir shop at the end of the pier.
Solid.
And they kicked me out because I had my giant daiquiri. And they're like, "Sir, you can't have that here." So I walked out, and then all of a sudden, this guy, shirtless, comes up to 3 groups of dudes, and he's like ready to throw down.
Yikes!
What'd you say to me?
Did anyone say anything to him?
I don't know if I can say what he said.
Okay.
I don't know if I can say what he said, but he referred to somebody in a term. Which
was this texted to us?
Yeah. It was. Did you guys talk about this last week when I texted you?
Well, Leroy would mention you texted, but we didn't talk about this.
This he calls the person who is like, "You want to fight, bro?" Which, like in credit to this guy, he looked like he was ready to throw down 3-on-1. He looked like he was ready to fight.
That's impressive.
And he referred to dude as not just a B word.
Yeah. All right.
But a B-made B word.
Wow.
Which I was like, whoa.
That's like double.
I was like, hold on. Not just a B word,
Mm-hmm.
but you're a B word made B word? Wow. I was, jeez.
Yeah.
Tempers flared.
There was a lot of B words going on.
A lot of B words.
A lot of B words were going on, J-Fig. It was tempers flared with this dude. He was not happy.
Were there any families there, Tobin?
On the first day we got there, it was not very crowded.
Oh.
I don't know if that was just based on no cruises came in or it was just a little chillier. But the second day it was packed. It was like let me tell you something about white people.
All right.
They love spring break.
Oh, do they?
And they act a fool.
They invented it.
One guy just goes, I'm like walking onto the beach and he just goes, "F yeah, bro," and just gives me a fist bump as my wife and I are walking by.
Yeah.
And she's like, was like looking at my shirt. Like I thought I was wearing a blank shirt. I don't know. He's just
happy.
Just happy.
Yeah.
There was also a giant sandcastle penis that was made.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
By you?
Nope.
No.
Real mature.
We were walking from the pier back to our hotel. So we did like a 2-mile walk on the beach. And in the midst of walking towards the beach, we look and I say, "Oh, what a concoction. Looks like a mermaid tail." Nope, those are balls.
You were almost right.
Never fails.
It was give yourself a point.
All right. It's my first point in a week.
It's pretty wild.
Yeah.
Schmeeth and Schmolik says, "Show announcement. You can all go bleep yourself."
Let me tell you about Schmeethin.
It's another B word.
Whoa. He disappeared the entire time you were gone.
Really?
He was not here.
What we're all thinking is that you have
a burner account.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's
There is
you.
an association.
It's not me. I'm not Schmeeth and Schmolnick.
Yeah.
Why would I be Schmeeth and Schmolnick? And tell everybody to go bleep themselves?
Because that's exactly what you would want us to think, that it's not you. I know it's you, dude.
Guy says Mike McDaniel's out here passing out gas mask bongs at the combine.
Okay.
I do like this quote from Mike McDaniel. I'm reading from Joe Shad's Twitter. He said, quote, "Getting to the playoffs is cool. Over that, we want to win." That's Goosey's.
Ooh.
That's a good quote.
Ooh,
if that's a real
Goosey's.
quote, that's a good quote. I have no reason to believe it's not a real good quote, but that's a good quote. Goosey. He's right. Checked it off the list. Time to move.
Yep.
Time to make some real expectations happen. There's gonna be some heavy expectations on. And you know what the thing? You're not gonna get any reprieve if this is a division that's gonna get Aaron Rodgers, who is ayahuasca and washed, but still good, decent.
Better than
we'll make the Jets good.
Option.
You got that Josh Allen. I mean, everybody's gonna say the Bills are a Super Bowl favorite. We're all gonna fall for this. Football there. Sixers.
Heard that.
We're gonna fall for this again. But it's a good division. They're good. I'm not gonna sit here and say they're not good. They're good. And then maybe if the Patriots get Lamar Jackson, I mean, holy crap.
Jesus.
Might be a whole deal going on there.
I mean, we thought that about the AFC West this upcoming year, though. Wasn't it supposed
True.
to be Mahomes?
Very true.
Russell Wilson, all these people.
Russell Wilson was a bum and Derek Carr's overrated.
Yep.
As is Justin Herbert. Mahomes is the king. Can't say anything bad about him. It's so bad with Patrick Mahomes. Like, we have to go to his family tree to find anything not to like about him.
It's true.
But him, he's pretty gold as far as that's concerned.
Also not annoying. His voice is annoying, but he's not annoying.
Also, Mike McDaniel said the Patriots with Mike Gesicki, he says he's excited for him, and the Patriots are getting a guy with a chip on his shoulder, but he likes the direction of their tight end room, which, I mean, I guess.
I'm very confused by that. I'm not going to lie to you.
He just never on the same page with him, huh? Just never worked out.
Never.
Because it is odd. Like, if you told Mike Gesicki, right, in all honesty, if you could, you're telling Mike Gesicki, who I think is a 1 year, $6 million, that could be $9 million for the Patriots.
Yeah.
That's a prove it deal. Like, that's crazy to think that guy was going from a franchise tag guy to a prove it deal. And he's a nice player. I don't think Mike Gesicki's an elite player, but it is pretty wild that for a guy in Mike McDaniel who does seem like he can get the best out of guys and can mold some overlooked guys, his running backs really come to mind with that. Some of the receivers that he really likes to play along with. It is odd that he has such little regard for Mike Gesicki because he can't block a lick. And that is important in his offense. That they just never could get on the same page with that. Just never could execute with him as a weapon. We'll see.
That sucks, man. Sometimes you try to make it work because of someone's talent level, but they just couldn't. He just didn't fit the scheme. What are you going to do? I feel bad, though. I blame him inviting Ryan Fitzpatrick to his wedding. I think that was a downhill.
It wasn't good. I mean, if you're going to say, if your goodbye letter is going to quote Ryan Fitzpatrick, you got to get your priorities and mentors in line, dude. Go have a donut with Tony Gonzalez or something if you need a real mentor. Ryan Fitzpatrick's your mentor? Guy got hurt on a water slide. How are you going to take advice from that guy? What are we talking about here, Mike Gesicki?
Yeah.
I mean, listen, they're going to love him up there in Beantown. Intangibles.
If they can get them the ball.
Right.
Good luck.
Good luck, Mac. Good luck, Mac. Tua's text to Mac Jones, hey, good luck. He'll never love you like Ryan Fitzpatrick. Back after this. All right, welcome back. Tobin and Leroy. Good to be back from vacation, everybody. We're streaming live on YouTube and Twitch. The channel is Miami 560 WQAM. You can watch the whole show there. You guys can watch clips there. Go watch Hockman and Crowder clips up there as well. And check us on out, man. We're streaming live on the Odyssey app. AUDACY WQAM is our channel. And lots of fun there for you guys to check out. As we take you up until 2, Leroy will be back tomorrow. We'll be reunited. I know he can't wait.
He missed you last week. I think one of his headlines was, I miss Honest Tobes.
Really?
Yeah, he missed you, man.
Why?
Look, I'm going to say that I was the one that wrote it. Only because I saw how he was acting and how...
He was lashing out?
He did.
He was sad. So
Why?
I was just putting the truth out
He
there,
acts
you know?
like he's so sick of me all the time.
I know, but his only
Yeah,
opportunity...
but once you're so used to something like that, you're kind of like craving it all the time.
Interesting.
That's what Leroy is.
Dolphin Kane says, did I miss the announcement? You did not. I will get to that shortly. By the way, do we have Heat tickets to give away?
We do indeed have Heat tickets to give away, my friend. We have a pair for the game on April 9th.
So that's the last home game of the season.
Ooh,
against the Magic.
Yeah.
High stakes.
High stakes.
Can't rule it out. Could be a high stakes game there for the Miami Heat. So
Sure.
Okay, we'll give those away next hour. We will give away. That's gonna be busy because I don't know if I'm gonna be able to boots on the ground for that one because I'll be boots on the ground the night before at UFC on April 8th.
Did you mention this is an afternoon game too?
I think it is an afternoon game. Yeah, I think it's on. I think it is. So I don't know, but I am. I cannot wait for UFC, dude. I have the goosies. I can't.
Yeah,
I can't lie.
Wow, 1 p.m. game. So they're going for UFC.
That's crazy. That's a big turnout because the UFC is going to go. I mean, the fights will end by like 1 a.m.
Yeah, for
probably.
Sure. You kick everybody out by like 2. But when you start breaking down, I don't even know. Do you break down with people?
You got to take off that cage. You got to get that cage out of there. Then you got to put the hardwood down. I mean, look, they do this before. You got Andrea Bocelli who does like concerts afterwards there too, right?
Yeah.
So they'll be able to figure it all out. Did you guys see, by the way? Speaking of the Heat, did you guys watch Jimmy Butler's Argentina spring break video or All-Star break video?
Yeah, like his vlog or whatever.
His vlog. Yeah. Did you see that?
I saw something about him trapped or something.
He got trapped in an elevator.
Oh,
he got trapped in an elevator in Argentina.
Country? Oh,
and I gotta tell you,
yeah,
he looked legitimately scared.
Bro,
Felipe. He should have called Felipe for the rescue.
I don't think they could, J-Fig. I don't know what
set it up.
Jimmy Butler is in this elevator. I don't know. Have you ever been stuck in an elevator before?
Not not to this extent.
Let's hope
Not a
never.
sketchy foreign country elevator as
It's
well.
I've been like there was a scary elevator at Palm Beach City Place that would always shake, and you always thought it was going to be stuck. But I've never been legitimately stuck on an elevator for a long time. Thankfully, I mean, I've thought a couple times this one that gets us up here was going to be, but no, that's never happened to me getting stuck in an elevator. But Jimmy Butler was in this elevator. I think it was at his hotel. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, it must have been.
But he looked legitimately like he's like, I'm panicking right now. I'm not happy. I don't do well. At one point, he even takes off his sweatshirt.
Yeah,
because
there was a few people in there too.
Yeah, it was a packed elevator. Yeah, it was a packed elevator. So you talk about, and some people don't do well in tight spaces.
Yep. For sure.
But he looked legitimately shook by this video
Yeah.
of being stuck in an elevator while in Argentina.
Yeah.
I didn't get to the part with Felipe yet, though. I haven't been there. I don't think it was Felipe's fault, dude. Why don't you trust him?
No, but I'm saying he should have come to his rescue.
Well, it's tough. What do you want him to be, like Superman and pry open the doors?
Absolutely.
Felipe is floating as he opens the doors. Poor thing. Did it mention how long he was actually stuck there?
It didn't mention the exact time,
but long enough
it's
for him to take off his sweater. So I can imagine it was too long. I don't know. That's rough. I can't imagine. I get scared enough when I go into an elevator and I see like their paperwork that's always posted there. Like, this elevator is safe. It's always like 2 years expired. And I'm like, am I really gambling with this? But I don't know, man. In Argentina, in a shaky building, I may have taken the stairs.
MM on YouTube says, Tobin, did you see the DeShon Elliott tweet telling Lamar Jackson to come to the Dolphins? I did not see that tweet. The new safety?
What?
DeShon Elliott said that.
What are you doing, DeShon? And you can't even play that off like, oh, you can never have too many quarterbacks. Yeah, you can.
Oh my God, he did. He just straight out tweeted hashtag come to the Dolphins. Hey, DeShon, dude, what are you doing? Like, I know you haven't technically been teammates with Tua yet, but what are you doing?
What the hell are you doing?
What are you doing? That's weird.
That is very weird.
Like,
that's bold. I'll tell you what.
It's bold. How long before you think he deletes it?
I'm just done, my friend.
Probably deleted as
I
we
mean, he's up there for 27 minutes. I feel like that's no man's land. Like, I feel like he's
screenshot it.
Huh.
That's usually the guess.
DeShon Elliott is about to get cut.
I don't know.
Before he
DeShon. I get it. He has that Baltimore connection. Played with the Ravens, so he probably like has that relationship.
Did he play with them?
Yeah, 2018.
Okay, makes sense.
He was with the Ravens.
Still though. Still
Yeah, still
though.
Not good.
Still though.
Not a good move.
Don't do that.
Don't.
DeShon, come on, dude. Look, I get it. I told you about this with Deshaun Watson, with Lamar Jackson. If you told me that there was one person I'd be cool with the Dolphins replacing Tua with, like, and I'd have a conversation about it, because I'm a Tua guy, right? All you weirdos out there who, he sucks, never gonna do anything. Fine. Congratulations. You're yelling at Cloud. You're not gonna convince me one way or another. I like him. I like him as a quarterback. I'm a root for him. That's just what I'm gonna do. Okay? It's okay. You feel how you feel. I feel how I feel. You can sit there and be mad that he's on the team, or you could root for him. But I think the Dolphins have been pretty clear. They're sticking with the guy. But this Tom Brady nonsense, which, by the way, came back up today with
Why?
one of the McCourty twins. I think it was Devin, went on Chris Long's podcast, and he goes, I think it's gonna, I could always see Miami. And of course, they had to talk about it today on Jet Up. But yeah, DeShon Elliott's coming out here and he's saying that. I mean, yeah. If you told me there was somebody, if Tua couldn't be the Dolphins quarterback this year, right? Say he did walk away from football, I would be all in on the Dolphins going to get Lamar Jackson. I love Lamar Jackson. I think he's worth the money. I think he's awesome. Durability questions? Sure. Few quarterbacks don't. I mean, like, Josh Allen's going to have durability questions too, dude. He's the biggest horse and moose in the league. Let me tell you something. That ain't going to last. You guys running into people willy-nilly. His arm nearly fell off last year. You could be 6'6", 6'7". You take those hits long enough, it ain't gonna he ain't gonna be the same dude all the time, man. That's gonna have a shelf life too. So I would talk to you about Lamar Jackson. I would have a conversation about having Lamar Jackson, but the Dolphins aren't. He's not going to come to the Dolphins. The Dolphins have their quarterback. The coach has his quarterback. He loves his quarterback. He believes in his quarterback. They're not getting Lamar Jackson. And the only reason that it's a conversation about the Dolphins, the only reason is because he's from down here. That's it. And I acknowledge a cool story. It would be a cool story. However, they don't have the assets. They don't really have the money. And they don't really seem to have the interest. So I don't know why this keeps being brought up. And DeShon Elliott, I got to be honest with you. You're on thin ice, dude.
Yeah, for sure.
Thin ice.
Easy. That's a one-way ticket to thin ice. I don't know. Look, I get you're trying to support your boy, but you got to read the room, dude. You got to read the room. I'm looking at the tweets, though, to like the responses to see if Dolphin Nation is loyal. And they are. First response from Omar Kelly. Didn't you get the memo? And then a bunch of other people saying, Tua's our boy. And then you got some people who are already photoshopping Lamar Jackson into
well,
into
I'm sure there's
Dolphins
already
uniform.
well, there's already a lot of those. Listen, he'll delete that tweet.
Hopefully, man. He's on the clock.
It's good for look, it's nice that you have a friend. It's good. He's a good friend. That's a good friend to DeShon. However, Tua's your friend now. Okay.
Yeah.
In fact, wait until you get an edible arrangement from Tua. All right.
Wait, but did you see Nick Hicks tweet?
His trainer? Tua's trainer? What did he say?
Oh boy, they coming for you now. Period.
He's right.
And then it says #come to Jesus.
He is right. I mean, look, Tua has a very strong fan base, and he's a very strong fan base on Twitter. So they are going to come for him. But look, DeShon Elliott hasn't been teammates with with Tua yet. So, I mean, it's a little less weird. It's not quite like that Vince Beagle character who did that. That being said, you got to be more aware of DeShon Elliott. I hope you're more aware on the field than you are on social media.
I just went through his tweets. A lot of pro-Texas stuff, too.
Oh, really?
A lot of pro-Texas
Yeah,
stuff.
he was teammates with wasn't he teammates with Brandon Jones?
Let me go. I bet if I go to Brandon Jones' Twitter, he can read the room, though. Now, before I check, Jesus. Wait, okay. I don't know, man. Not necessarily making the right moves thus far.
All right, so he's salty about last night, right?
That's what
He's salty about last night. He's salty about Miami.
lashing
And so
out?
what's he doing? He's going to take it out on Tua.
That's rough.
And throw Lamar Jackson. I don't like it. I don't like it. And by the way, didn't Tua carve up the Lions last year? Bunch of P's and Q's there, DeShon.
Yep.
By the way, I'm sure he's a nice guy.
I love the comments on this thread.
Yeah. The
Wait,
DeShon
but
Elliott.
apparently, oh no, okay, sorry. I thought it said this tweet has been deleted for that specific tweet, but no, it's for another one.
I don't know, man. He's on the clock already. Like 30 minutes in, dude. 30 minutes in. Can we call him? Do you have his number?
Who?
DeShon Elliott.
I don't.
Maybe I have it.
I don't.
Does Leroy have it? Someone has to tell him.
I hope this DeShon Elliott knows. Hey, listen, hey, dude, it was a long time ago since you guys blew up the Dolphins that week 1 game, all right, when they were tanking.
Get over it.
It's over already, dude. You got to recognize. You got this man Campbell sitting there crying after every game. Now you got a real coach. Fangs. Fangs up. Horns down, dude.
Yeah.
I'm not happy about this.
Nah, man, it's not a good move, especially for a player that just signed.
It's just they're not making the Lamar Jackson move. It's it.
Yeah.
I don't understand why we're gonna sit here banging our head against the wall. Look, I'm telling you right now, if I find out Lamar Jackson is going to the Patriots, I'm gonna be a little scared.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I think Lamar Jackson's really good.
DeShon has tweeted again.
I get it. DeShon Elliott?
Yes.
What has he said?
Apparently he's received a lot of backlash. And his response is LMAO. Hey, it's just Twitter. Calm down.
Did he really tweet that?
He really tweeted that 2 minutes ago.
Yeah, but you want to know what else he did? He deleted the tweet.
Did he?
Yup.
Wow, so I did
Coward!
the correct one.
Hey.
Wow, he did.
It is gone.
I think DeShon Elliott was listening to our show.
Yeah, he was.
He goes, I think I messed up. Hey, listen, DeShon, if we can officially welcome you to Miami with damage is done, my friend. Sorry, dude. Listen, we all saw that tweet.
Damage is done, my friend.
Did we screenshot it? I was trying to screenshot.
Oh, somebody screenshotted
I
it,
gotta go
dude.
back.
Trust me. Listen, who do you think got a hold of him? You think it was Mike McDaniel? He goes, "Hey, man, it's me. Look, he's not coming to the Dolphins. All right, you're gonna love Tua,
Yeah.
and then you think Tua gets in on the FaceTime and he goes, "Hey, Daddy loves you guys."
Such a nice guy.
He is.
Look, the tweets are just piling in right now, and I'm loving the Tua support.
Damage is done, my friend. Wow, we saw that in real time, dude.
That was amazing.
All that in real time.
We saw somebody.
Daddy loves you guys.
Like you think he got off you think that he got off the elliptical and it was like, oh boy, what happened on my phone?
Yeah,
It melted.
He took a shower. He came back and he's like, "What the hell just happened?"
Final hour of the show. Oh, I'll get to the announcement next segment. I apologize.
Oh,
We got to get to the announcement next segment. We got
Come
kind of
on.
deterred with this whole
Really?
DeShon Elliott thing.
come
Back after this.
on.
All right. Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM. Taking you up until 2 o'clock. Sorry about the delay coming on there. I was sending Marcos a tweet from this video we were talking about during the break from UFC top contender Murad Valishvili, which, you know, like I saw this week, like Kyrie Irving got a fan kicked out of a game, which, you know, fans act like bleep holes sometimes, and you got to get them out of there. But a fan who taunts a UFC fighter and the moment between taunting the UFC fighter and you thinking he's not going to do anything because you're high up in a tree, you're high up on the tunnel, and when said UFC fighter decides to scale the fence to come to you, that has to be a terrifying moment.
Yeah, for sure.
Just a terrifying moment.
Yeah, man. Flashbacks of Ron Artest, but just way worse.
The guy goes, "What'd you say, mother bleeper? I bleep your face." And when the guy says to you, "I'll bleep your face," and then scales up the fence, the dude hightails it out of there
for sure.
It's a great video. I retweeted it today at Brendan_Tobin on Twitter if you guys want to see it. But Murad Valishvili, the UFC bantamweight, coming after a fan who wants him to fight his friend. Let's get into some headlines brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
I was going to give it to J-Fig this time.
Oh, okay. We know trucks.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Leroy will be back tomorrow with his toys.
With his toys. I don't have cars here. Sorry.
It's okay. We forgive you this time. Miami Hurricanes heading to the Final Four for the first time in school history. Woo! They come back down from 13 to beat Texas 88-81. Jordan Miller, 27 points, a perfect day from the field, a perfect day from the line. First guy to do that since Christian Laettner in the Kentucky game where he made the shot. Christian Laettner is one of those guys. He's kind of like that Cunningham fella. Just one of those guys. Just don't like his face.
A lot of people don't like his face. Though.
Yeah, he just didn't like his whole deal. So yeah, Jim Larnega goes to the Final Four, exactly 17 years of the day from making it with George Mason. So really, really cool. Some nice symbiosis there from Coach L, who finally gets his Canes after many attempts, many tries, gets the Canes to the Final Four. Great for him and great for the Owls as well. Defeating Kansas State yesterday, 79-76, as they're going to move on to Houston and take on San Diego State. Their game is at 6:09 on Saturday. San Diego State, well, that's when I looked last night, was the favorite by 2. And then
it's at 6:09.
Yeah, exactly. Don't show up at 6:10, dude. Okay. Don't show up at 6:10.
I will never show up.
You'll be late.
-1.
I'm sorry. I apologize. It's not a time.
-1.
The Canes, they'll take on UConn Saturday at 8:49. Huskies also favored in that one. The Panthers are back in action tonight against the Ottawa Senators. Don't lose, Cats. Do not lose.
Cannot afford it.
Miami Heat, they lost to the Nets. They are not back in action until tomorrow. They have back-to-back in Toronto, in New York. They are have the same record as the Nets. The Nets lost to the Magic yesterday after just a disgraceful Heat performance in the second half on Saturday night.
Yeah, I actually looked at the numbers, and we scored more points in the first quarter and in the second quarter, like individually, than we did the entire second half.
Yeah,
that's rough.
Yeah,
you don't win games that way.
It was really, really bad. Really, really bad to see that. So, they got to get these ones. It's an important week. They got these 2 games, Toronto, New York, and then they got Dallas on Saturday at home. And Luka's like beside himself sad. You see sad Luka this weekend?
Poor sad Luka.
It's
That's
tough.
the Kyrie Irving effect, man.
It's tough. You know what he's doing? Making a stink. Yep. This is why I said about Goran Dragic, And by the by, I suppose rats off a ship on Omer. He doesn't play him anymore.
Doesn't that suck that we've it's almost like all season we're like, yeah, but when Yurtseven comes back, that's going to be what
I knew it was going to be a tough spot for him to be dropped into. It felt like Spo's taste for Yurtseven left in the span of 3 seconds.
Yeah.
And he goes, I don't like. He doesn't know the system. I'm out. Bye.
Ooh.
And it just he's done on that. Now to give Bam relief until I guess Cody Zeller's healthy. It's like Haywood Highsmith with Kevin Love there for a little spurt. But yeah, man, I don't know. He seems completely off playing Yurtseven now. He's done with him, done with Dunks, obviously, done with Victor Oladipo. All those guys seem to be out of the Heat rotation right now.
Man, that sucks because I feel like no one should be like, there should be not one position that's like, we're completely comfortable not playing a guy. I understand Duncan Robinson has had a bad season. I understand Yurt was injured, but at this point, you just got to start throwing people out there. See what happens.
I don't know. It's a tough thing because they're not in they're just in the spot where like you just always think they're going to get right. And then like there's just one really embarrassing slip up that always just shakes your confidence. But it also is always like when Jimmy does Jimmy things, you're like, this guy in the playoffs, like you're really going to doubt this guy in the playoffs? Like he's the man. And it seems like he's tuned up to a really good spot right now. They're shooting a lot better. They can't guard as well. So they're a flawed team. Don't get me wrong. But just disappointing. Dude, I'm telling you, I walked out of practice on Friday, goose to the gills. I was so excited. I had spoke cursing at practice.
That's right.
Yep.
Which good job.
Dropping profanities. And then to have that on UD night, I saw people were mad at Riles, though, because like he wouldn't take basketball questions yesterday. He would only talk about UD. Yeah, because yesterday was Family Fest, which I was going to go to, but I didn't know yesterday was my son's basketball season started yesterday.
I saw that.
I was completely unaware until like
multi-sport athlete.
2 days beforehand. I thought, because usually sports for the kids are on Saturdays. So I was confused. Like Sunday. That's a little bit odd. But yeah, I guess they play it. Maybe the maybe the gym they play at is booked on Saturdays. I don't know. So I couldn't go to Family Fest to hear with Rise, but I'm kind of glad I didn't because he wasn't really answering any basketball questions. He only mentioned that UD could be with the organization as much, and apparently like UD's plan is to sit next to Riley next year, which I don't know if they're going to make that seat bigger. Like, because right now it's Riley and Zoe.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Seems like now you got to make it a 3-person table up there. You know,
so
that's a lot of badassness though around you. Think about that. If you're Pat Riley, you're sitting next to Zoe and UD.
It's kind of goosies right there, you know?
That is pretty goosey.
For sure.
That is pretty goosey.
I think I know why he didn't. Well, obviously because he's Pat Riley and he's always going to give us what he wants to.
Mm-hmm.
But also, I think like family, the Family Fest is usually from like 11 to 5, and yesterday was just 12 to 3.
Was it?
Yeah, it was shorter.
How do you know what the hours of operation are for Family Fest?
I know Banana Man.
Oh,
I really do.
And so you particularly asked Banana Man, you're like, listen, this seems a little bit odd. Only 3 hours. Well, they hadn't done it for a few years because of COVID and all that stuff. So it's been a few years since they've done Family Fest, which always looks like a really cool event.
Yep.
And I really wanted to make it this year. It's just unfortunate that I had a little Tommy's first basketball practice / game. So
how'd that go?
It was fun. It was fun. He didn't. I mean, like there are kids there. They don't know what they're doing. So like one kid literally just took the ball and ran like he was going for a touchdown.
Solid.
No dribbling.
Okay.
But I was teaching
all
him
that traveling.
Yeah, I was teaching him intangibles. So I was like, listen,
good.
You got to get in there. You got to get after rebounds. I was teaching him boxing out.
Yeah, that's
perfect. I was teaching him how to throw bows.
Whoa.
Yeah, he's got to be play a little dirty. I said, listen, son.
Okay.
You're not going to be on the N one mixtape. You gotta be able to be one of these guys people hate playing.
Playing to your strengths.
Exactly,
That's
dude.
good.
Exactly. No, he had a good time. Got number 13, so he's repping Bam. I was like, oh, that's kind of a coincidence. That's kind of cool.
Yeah,
just picked it up out of the pile.
Cool.
How do you feel about little Tobes?
Yeah, like, do you
Is
think
he talented? Does he like it?
He seemed to have a lot of fun. He sweats like a pig.
All right.
I think he likes it. I don't think he said he likes it more than he said. He revealed to me yesterday hated soccer.
Oh, damn.
But he said basketball, he doesn't think he likes it more than football yet. He likes it as much as football, but not as much as jiu-jitsu.
Ooh,
Okay.
That's where he's at right now.
He's a boy of many talents.
Yeah, multi-sport athlete.
Yeah.
I like that.
I mean, his favorite sport is video games.
Yeah, that's okay.
It's
they make money
Pokemon and Mario Odyssey.
But you were not here when Pokemon dropped some news. Marcos, proceed.
That's rough. I don't. Okay, let me just work up the courage to talk about this.
Yeah.
Ash Ketchum, Pikachu,
no
longer in Pokemon.
I knew that. because they're doing this.
25 years, Tobin. How do you feel about that?
I think that they I think that Pokemon Scarlet, which is like the new Pokemon, I think that's taken over. So I'm sure those characters are taking over. That's probably what's going on.
I can't keep track, man. It was like red, yellow, green, and now we're on Scarlet.
Scarlet and Violet.
What's there even a green?
Run out of colors.
I don't know.
That is crazy.
Okay, so let's get to this announcement.
Yeah.
Please, you're driving everybody crazy around here.
Including me.
Including us.
I don't like that this camera follows.
Stop moving.
It is a little strange. It is a little strange.
Who approved this?
I don't know. Awkward and crowded.
I'm not I'm not a fan of this. So opening days this week.
It is.
Marlins, Mets. I hate the Mets.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course.
I hate them down to my soul.
Ooh, okay.
All right.
It's like Celtics hate.
It's Celtics, Knicks hate.
Like
it's Mets.
Ooh.
They're all there.
All right.
All right. I hate the Braves and I hate their fans and I hate but you always, I've gotten into a couple of back and forth with Braves Twitter before. I don't like them very much. Phillies, like everybody hates Philadelphia, but I think it's just Philadelphia's essence,
for sure.
That's just what we hate. Yep. And more than anything, you know, look at them throwing batteries, piss snowballs at Santa.
Batteries, huh?
So, but the Mets hate the Mets. All right. One of the joys of my childhood really was when Tommy Hutton told the Mets fans and made fun of them saying, looky, the Mets fans are going home. I love that. And when I say childhood, I think I was like 17. Yeah. But either way, I love that. It really warmed my soul. So it's opening day this week.
Nice.
And the show's going to be broadcasting from
Whoa! It's
Goosey's
official.
galore, dude. Officially official.
All right.
Goosey's galore.
We're broadcasting from opening day. By the way, Jesus Luzardo is going to join us before the end of the show today. That's going to be cool.
Today? Now?
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
dropping bombs.
yeah, for real. What's going on?
What's going on?
He's coming on last segment.
All right.
Maybe. Or tomorrow. We'll see.
Is going on?
They're actually just texting me.
Okay. They must have heard us. Well, as you read that, let me just say yes.
Part 2.
I didn't have anything anyway, to be honest.
Part 2 of the announcement.
Yeah, there's a part 2.
There's
I'm
more?
glad Leroy's not here for this.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
The Marlins, unbelievably,
Yep.
have asked me
You?
to guest host during opening day
Whoa!
That's
on
so
the Jumbotron.
The Jumbo!
And basically my number one job is
Yes.
to shut up Mets fans.
Yes!
Which, if you would have asked me, what's the job, Tobes, as a kid?
Yeah.
What's something you could look forward to?
Yeah.
Getting Mets fans to shut the hell up
Yeah.
would be number one on my list.
Nice.
So I'll see you on opening day, Bobo in the Bronx and Rocco in Queens.
Woo!
We're coming at you with your Benny Agbayani jerseys or your Ray Adonias jerseys, and we're shutting you the hell up. We got it all happening for us, baby. We got some teal going on. Did you see the teal jerseys this week, by the way? The teal with the teal hats. Did you see Jazz Chisholm with those jerseys?
I did. I saw your comment.
I mean,
Please, every day. Make this an everyday thing. Those are nice.
I also like Jazz Chisholm. Did you see what he said on Twitter?
What did he say?
He was putting people on notice, dude.
Wow.
He said, it's so funny when I play 155 games this year.
Yeah.
The bandwagon is going to be so real, and I don't want to hear it. Your tweets have been bookmarked. Hashtag keep doubting. Wow. Goosies. Jazz Chisholm is letting you know the bandwagon is full, dude.
Wow, dude.
So if you're not on it yet, too mother bleeping late. Too late.
Wait, Tobin. So before we go into break,
Oh,
so we're gonna be at opening day. Is there gonna be any sort of Twitch, radio, YouTube meetup?
If you guys are there at opening day, I mean, I see no reason why. I don't know what they have.
These
Here's
are
the thing,
questions I've been asked, so I
don't want to promise anybody I'm meeting up and then I have to go,
host,
give a big elbow to some dude who's wearing a Mike Piazza jersey.
Yeah.
And not a Marlins one either, dude.
Yeah. Which is good. I mean, I don't know why you'd beat up a Marlins jersey wearing person. But, Things get crazy at opening day.
They do get crazy at opening day, dude. You want to know why? It's a day of opening.
That's so true.
You don't say.
I have never thought of it that way, dude.
All right, we'll take a quick break. 15 minutes of heat next. Bum, bum. 15 minutes of heat for your ass right here on 560 WQAM. Hey, you guys want to go to Heat and Magic? April 9th. Caller 4 right now. The 305-567-0560. Caller number 4 right now. We'll get a pair of tickets to Heat and Magic. Last regular season game. 1 o'clock start. Caller 4 will get themselves a pair of tickets to Heat and Magic. Got a pair every day this week, Marcos. We got a pair of tickets to give away
every day this week.
I don't know why I talk.
That was strange.
You
know, I didn't question it.
Anyway, caller number 4. If you guys want to go to Heat and Magic, 305-567-0560. You guys will get the pair of tickets to go see the Heat take on the Orlando Magic. And wow, that's a lot of callers. Oh,
very quick.
Wow, that was fast. Okay, it sounds like we're not gonna have trouble giving away these tickets this week. People are gonna want them. So, I mean, you might see. I gotta tell you, you might see old Tobes stumbling out of there like a vampire. I'm gonna be out of there. UFC. The light hits my eyes. Be like a bat. I'm gonna be fight hungover afterwards.
You're gonna go to both? There's no way you can be boots on the ground.
I might as well. I mean, I don't know. It might depend on like what the stakes are.
Why
if this
not?
is, like,
That's fair.
if the Heat like actually need that, which they might. I mean, this could come down to the wire of playing, so they might need that game.
Can you sleep there?
I feel like nobody would bother me if old Tobe slept in the media room.
Okay.
You know, I don't know. Maybe I can go to Lorenzo's office or something, or his kid and sleep. Maybe Michael McCullough will let me pull out a cot or something. But I don't know. It depends. If the Heat need that game for sure, which they might. They're tied right now with the Brooklyn Nets after just an unspeakably embarrassing game on Saturday on UD night. A complete poop show. Yeah, they might need that game against the Magic. And honestly, I almost rather that game be against the Bucks than the Orlando Magic. You want to talk about something that's a little bit of a wild card? Talk about a last game of the season against the Orlando Magic, who they've been in dogfights with all year, overtime games. I don't like that. I'm not a huge fan of this this being the last game. But the Heat right now, there's 7 games left, and realistically, the Heat are favored. Will probably be. They only have 2 home games left, 5 road, but like. Say the Heat are probably going to be favorites in every one but 2 of their games. Like, I'm sure at New York on Wednesday and at Philadelphia next Thursday. Every other game, the Heat are going to be the betting favorites, I would say. Maybe Toronto's a pick 'em, but I would say bet you the Heat are probably going to be like a road favored by like a point in that game. So it is set up for them to TCB and get themselves, but you want to talk about a team that, I mean, who's less equipped to do TCB than this Heat team? You know? And it's a weird feeling because I look at this team and I get the anger that's been out there. I've never been at the point. I've had games where I've been super angry. The angriest I got was after that Magic loss. Definitely the most mad I've been this year because Jimmy Butler walked off the court. I didn't blame him. I thought the rest of the team should have walked home. Terrible loss. This past week, I was just disgusted. I was just like, ugh. It didn't deserve my anger. I was just like, I'm moving on. I'm going to go watch boxing. So I had a distraction. And thankfully, we didn't have the show the next day. But I was bummed because you had this cool weekend that the franchise put together for Udonis Haslem and did such an excellent job with the section and, honoring him and, what a cool week it was because you had D Wade in town and D Wade was hanging out with Bam and UD and Spo. And Spo, you can tell like Spo's not ready to not have Udonis Haslem. He's not. He's upset about it. You could see J-Fig like the pain in his eyes when it was brought up on after practice. He goes, I'm not ready to talk about not having UD yet. And to see how disgusted Udonis Haslem was on the bench watching that ass kicking that the Nets put on them in the second half. It was just disappointing. It was disappointing to be in this spot. So I'm just, I think that they're going to be able to avoid the play-in. I think because the Nets, they really don't seem to have a lot of interest in winning games right now, which makes Saturday all the more frustrating. But they were on a 5-game losing streak. Ben Simmons is shut down. They just lost to the Magic yesterday. That is weird. JFK, is there anything we can do with this camera? It's like, it really is following me. Like, it's almost like a shadow boxer.
I apologize. There's not really much I can do from here, but
what is that?
I don't know. Dande last week, he moved so much, it just froze and stayed in one spot.
I just got to break it?
Maybe if you break it, you can do that. Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
Don't do it. I don't recommend it.
We actually have a piece of technology in this building that works.
That is working. We'll just have to get accustomed to it.
Who got the tickets, Marcos?
That was Alejandro out of Miami.
Why did Solana get the tickets?
I was about to say.
I had to make sure.
Tell him to give them back. Otherwise, I'm canceling the next Porpoise Pod episode.
Wow.
Wow. Okay?
I like that. Yeah.
That's what's going on.
Gotta take a stand.
Gotta take a stand.
Taking initiative. Love it.
But anyway, yeah, I was just disgusted with that performance on Saturday, and especially was expecting it to kind of be a nice little cherry on top. The main events were the college. That was what we were all obviously focusing with FAU winning and the Canes winning. And thankfully, they won the weekend. But for the Heat to go out there and just hey, we just had this great win against the New York Knicks. D Wade was in town. And you follow it up with that slop in the second half.
And you're celebrating UD.
I have to sell it. Yeah. You should be I hope everybody went hat in hand. So I'm sorry, Udonis. I'm sorry. For shame.
He was angry on the bench.
Should be.
No.
Should be. It's his day. And that's what you put forth. Disgusting. Hated it.
Man.
That's what you pay him with.
That's what you thank him with. Thankfully, the Nets did lose. By the way, did you guys see this? So, you guys know Tristan Thompson?
Yeah, heard
former,
of him. I did hear
Cavaliers
something
center.
about him.
Yeah, the 2-time and no good dirty. Sorry.
Because you're keeping with the Kardashians fan?
Team Chloe. Team Chloe.
Cheater.
This guy had the audacity to call out Mario Chalmers.
I did see
recently.
That.
He was on LeBron James. He was talking about, I guess Rio made some comments about LeBron that was something to the effect of nobody feared LeBron. It was he's asked one of those buzz questions about LeBron versus MJ, and he said nobody feared MJ. And Tristan Thompson got so offended by this with Mario Chalmers saying this. And he said that Mario Chalmers is on some sucker bleep because of him saying that. He says that bleep pisses me off. And he said that he probably has asked LeBron to get on teams before, which, coming from Tristan Thompson is pretty hilarious. I mean, he had to basically beg LeBron to get a contract extension. The Cavaliers did not want to pay him. The only reason that they finally bent to it is because you were represented by LeBron as the agent. But can I just say something about this 2016 Cavaliers team outside, of course, of Kevin Love, who I do just enjoy as a person.
Okay.
And Tristan Thompson loves Kevin Love too. But God, we hear from them a lot.
That's so true.
Isn't it weird how much we hear from that Cavaliers team? Just all of them.
It's true.
How much? I don't think there's anybody we hear from more than those Kendrick Perkins and Richard Jefferson and Tristan Thompson. Where's Birdman's show? I'm so sick of hearing from the 2016 Cavaliers all of the time. You guys won half the championships than the Heat did with LeBron James. And the same amount of time. And yet, somehow, Tristan Thompson is going to tell everybody here how Mario Chalmers went out there. They won finals games because of him. Didn't shoot with the wrong hand at the free throw line, Tristan Thompson. And you're going to have the audacity to have something to say about Big Balls Rio, who, when LeBron James was cramped on the sidelines in Game 4 against the Oklahoma City Thunder, who stepped up but your boy Mario Mother Bleepin' Chalmers, a man who was so ice cold, beat Derrick Rose in a championship game. Mario Chalmers is the ultimate winner, dude. The ultimate winner all the time. And I don't know what his exact quote was, But I would imagine it was something to the effect that nobody feared LeBron. Hey, guess what, dude? Nobody did fear LeBron James back then. He was mocked on the Miami Heat. Yeah, you can all say now that he's the scariest thing that ever stepped on the court. That's easy to say now, Captain Hindsight. But you guys weren't saying that back then. Dude was getting mocked left and right, saying that he couldn't close games. That's the truth. I'm not saying whether it's a valid opinion or not, but what Mario's saying is right. Nobody treated LeBron like that back then. That's why they always said it was D-Wade's team. Needed to come here to learn how to win. He's just saying the facts. Tristan, it wasn't until he returned to Cleveland and then all of a sudden was like this established winner that everybody feared LeBron James. Now you want to say, oh, he's the most feared guy. Like, get out of here. I also like how Mario Chalmers went on Hawk and Crowder and said that he should have taken the shot.
He was
Ray Allen.
Hey, look, and I looked at
he
that
was
picture.
wide open.
He was open.
He knew it too. He's like, whoop.
And you know what? I feel like he would have made it.
I do too. Dude was clutch as it comes.
Yep.
Who's to say that he couldn't have made that shot?
I mean,
didn't need him to. That's what made it so dangerous. You got Rio and you got Ray Allen.
Yep.
All there, dude. But I'm just so sick of hearing from that Cavaliers team, dude.
Yeah.
You know, where's Shane Battier all the time? Where's Mike Miller?
Mm-hmm.
Well, not Cleveland Cavaliers Mike Miller, but Heat Mike Miller. Where's Ronny Turioff? Okay.
Well,
if I want to hear from the Cavs version of Ronny Turioff, I'll come to you, Tristan Thompson.
Perfect.
Okay. But until then, pipe down and stop bugging Mario Chalmers.
Let's bring him out.
Back after this.
The results.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM. Leroy will be back tomorrow. Very excited to see my guy again. I was out last week. I didn't see him today. I did like seeing J-Fig and Marcos, though. It's good to see you guys.
Hey, man. Happy to see you, dude.
Yeah, appreciate it, dude. Thank you.
It's nice to have you back. We missed you.
I appreciate it. I am still sweating daiquiris from the vacation, but I got to get back to business. Before we get to our guest here, Marcos, can we get a weather update from the Demesman and Dover Law Firm? YourAccidentAttorneys.com. Free consultations 24/7. Call them at 866-954-MORE.
Indeed, it is currently partly cloudy. Winds light at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Don't see any planes. I'm just going to say they're coming from the winds are coming from the south. And
what are you, a pirate?
Yes, 70.
Why are you guessing?
Degrees. Yeah, what? Doesn't Leroy guess?
No, he's a golfer.
All right,
Dude,
well,
that's
look,
why
I
we
said
go to
79 degrees.
Pretty accurate all the time.
Get you.
Okay.
Enough.
And that's your weather.
Let's get to our guest here, right? On the Toyota of Hollywood guest line. Shop over 1,500 Toyotas indoors in one of America's largest showrooms at Toyota of Hollywood on 441 between Hollywood and Sheridan. Marlins pitcher Jesus Luzardo joining us here on the show as we're getting ready for opening day. We're going to be out there at opening day coming up on Thursday as they're taking on those dastardly New York Mets. I hate the New York Mets. God, do I just, ugh,
gross.
It is, it's just, there's just something about New York fans, Jesus probably knows what I'm talking about. Let's get him on. Hello, Jesus. How are you, man?
Good. How are you guys doing?
Look, man, you grew up down here. You hate the Mets fans as much as I do?
I got a lot of friends, a lot of kids I grew up with that were Mets fans. So I know what you're talking about, but I feel like we have a lot of Mets fans down here. Hopefully we get more Marlins fans out there this weekend, though. Yeah,
so you know what I'm like growing up down here with the family kids who inherit their New York teams and all that. It's very annoying. It's like they got this arrogance that walks around with them the entire time, man. And I remember being a pro player back in the day, just surrounded by Benny Agbayani jerseys and Ray Ordonez jerseys, just annoyed to holy hell with all of them. It just
a lot of Yankees, a lot of Mets, a lot of Ranger fans. So you get a little bit of everything. A lot of Giants fans.
How hyped are you going in, man? This spring training winding down. You guys are a couple days out. What's the vibes like these last couple days before the season gets going?
I think everyone's really excited. We're really looking forward to starting the season. I think we have a great team in place. We added some key pieces this offseason, and I think we're just all ready to go. Excited.
I wanted to read you something from Jazz Chisholm, who posted this week on Twitter. He says, "It's so funny when I play 155 games. This year, the bandwagon is going to be so real, and I don't want to hear it. Your tweets have been bookmarked. # keep doubting. Does Jesus Luzardo keep receipts? Has he also been taking receipts on people for when he flourishes and gets to the potential that he believes he's capable of? Are you also keeping people from your bandwagon?"
I think everyone kind of keeps in the back of their mind like a little bit of fuel, to fuel their fire. But I know I had a real bad year in 21, and then obviously got hurt at times last year. But I definitely look back at times that I feel like people doubted me, and that kind of fuels my fire. I'm not really the type to keep receipts and go out and say it, but I could say that I keep probably a little book in the back of my head for sure.
Yeah, attaboy. I do too. I love keeping petty receipts. It really does. It brings a joy to my heart to the people who wish bad upon me to show them up, Jesus. I think you should, man. I think it's always a healthy thing, especially for somebody in your field as competitive as you are, and everybody knows what your potential could be for this rotation. I think it's a great thing. You should you keep receipts of that every time you go out and take at the mound.
Yeah, I feel like making people swallow their words is a good way to put it, and that's the way I like to view it, at least. I like to go out there and do my best and do what I'm able to do in my mind, and hopefully, if that makes people swallow their words, then so be it.
Was there anything you did this offseason, weird or unconventional, to try and get yourself a little bit better? Anything different that you tried going into this year to just improve upon some things?
I wouldn't say I really changed all that much. The only thing I really changed up, I didn't really take much of a break from throwing. Usually I'd take like 8 weeks off just completely. For those 8 weeks, I wasn't like throwing hard or nothing, but kept my arm moving, kept flipping the ball back and forth for probably 60, 75 feet for the most part. So something to look forward to for me. I feel like it kept my arm in better shape going into the year. So hopefully able to stay healthy for all 162.
Being around spring training a lot or at the beginning a lot, seeing you guys, the work you guys put in. You have a guy like Sandy Alcantara to model yourself after seeing the season that he just had. What are the things I guess, you got to be your own type of guy for sure, but what are the things that you take away from the way that he goes about his business that you find beneficial?
I think Sandy just leads by example, and I think that's the most beneficial part. He's not going to go and talk about, why he's so good or what makes him so great. He kind of just shows you, whether it's in the weight room or when you watch his bullpens, how much or how meticulous he is and how not perfect he tries to be, but how he goes about his work and how hard he focuses on everything he does. And I think that goes a long way. And just how he has such a calm demeanor and he's real quiet about his success. He's not going to, after a good game, he's not going to come in and put it in your face. He kind of just goes about his business like any other day. And I think that's what makes him great.
What has Jesus Luzardo thought of the rule changes this year? Do you like the pitch clock?
I don't mind it. It doesn't really have an effect on me. I think it might be good for the game. It'll be good for the fans, kind of keep fans more entertained and a quicker pace game. I think it's going to be an adjustment period for a lot of guys as well, especially going into the year. Now, the stats start to count. People's jobs are on the line. So some guys try to take a little more time, think a little bit more, and that might get them in trouble. So we'll see how the adjustment goes, but I personally do not mind it.
Who do you think it's going to affect more? Because there are very annoying batters who take a long time with their batting gloves and their whole deal. Do you feel like it's going to affect more pitchers, or do you feel like hitters are going to have to get used to just being ready to get going?
I feel like it'll be a hitter for sure. Just more, especially if it's like a 9th inning game and it's a real close game and, you're getting down into September, for a playoff race and it's a big at bat, guys on base. Some guys might try to, call time, take a step. They need to take a breath, like really try to think along with the pitcher. And then, if you only have 15 seconds, some guys might get a little sped up.
Has there ever been a time in your career, any level, where you just were annoyed to holy hell because a batter was taking too? He was trying to get his Nomar on. He was just taking way too long.
Yeah, I like to work quick. So I have for sure had some moments. I couldn't even tell you the batter. I just know I remember times of me being on the mound, being frustrated and it kind of fuels my fire a little bit, makes me want to get them out a little bit more. So I'm sure, some hitters probably say the same thing about me when I want to rush them, or maybe if I take my time as well.
Talking to Jesus Luzardo, Marlins pitcher. You guys got opening day coming up. We'll be out there broadcasting live coming up on Thursday, Marlins and Mets, and very much looking forward to giving all Mets fans the business, whoever's in there, and shutting them up. As Jesus Luzardo pointed out early on, this is a fan base I cannot stand. Are you excited, man? There's a lot of fun things going on in the South Florida sports landscape. Are you Canes fan? Are you watching March Madness at all? Are you keeping up with that stuff? And if so, how much are you enjoying it?
I'm enjoying it a lot. Yeah, I grew up in South Florida. I was supposed to go to the University of Miami before signing. So I'm a Canes fan through and through, football, basketball, baseball. So I'm watching March Madness. Just keeping up with. I was watching the women's team and the men's team yesterday. So I'm rooting for them in the Final Four here.
It's nutty, right? Like to think the Canes are finally in a Final Four. Jim Larinaga getting it on the anniversary of him taking George Mason to the Final Four. Like, I was watching that game yesterday, and I'm thinking to myself, man, it doesn't feel like this. It just felt at times like this wasn't going to be their day because Texas couldn't miss. But when it started turning around, like they snowballed it, man. It was such an impressive comeback.
Yeah, no, I felt like, I put the game on. I was watching with some friends. All of a sudden, they were down a bunch. I go outside. I was cooking, and then I come back in maybe like 3-4 minutes later, and they're like down 4. So, they definitely snowballed it, and that's what they got to do, just keep it rolling. But I'm definitely pulling for them. So, and I'm pulling for FAU as well. I live maybe 15, 20 minutes from that campus. So I have a lot of friends, a lot of family that actually went there as well.
Yeah, it's such a cool thing to see down here, and we got so many things going on between this, the playoffs between the Panthers and Heat starting up, you guys starting up. Dolphins are always kind of in the landscape. Are you a big Dolphins fan as well?
Big Dolphins fan and Panther fan as well.
To a believer or to a skeptic? Where are you?
No,
where does Jesus Luzardo?
I'm a believer. I hope he stays healthy, and obviously health is the most important thing, and for anyone, but especially an athlete and the guy dealing with the concussions and stuff like that. But if he comes back healthy, ready to go, I'm definitely a believer. I think he could take this team a long way.
Plus, you got the lefty connection. It's like
exactly.
You got to stick together, Jesus.
No, I'm a fan. Yeah, I've watched him. I was a fan since he was over at Bama. I feel like he's overcome a lot with the hip stuff, with a couple other injuries. So I'm definitely pulling for him.
We're pulling for you, man. We can't wait for opening day coming on up. Best of luck to you in the season. People think, this is going to be the real breakout year for you, Jesus, and we can't wait to watch it. That'd be a hell of a story for you to do it for your hometown team. And best of luck this season, man, and good health along the way.
I appreciate it. Thank you, guys. You guys have a good one.
There you go. Jesus Luzardo joining us here on the program. We are looking forward to being out at opening day. I am looking forward to heckling Mets fans.
Yeah. So, okay.
Yeah.
You mentioned that you have to quiet them. Did they tell you, hey, Tobin, we need you to shut them up? Like, are you going to be berating them? Like, I need some sort of details.
I'm not giving you details.
You know what? You just got to show up and find out. I like that.
Yeah,
I like that.
I'm not giving you details. How about you got to sit there for the surprise, dude?
I like that. Well, I'm going to be there.
Oh,
feel like you're a little aggressive.
Oh man, I like talking to Jesus. That'd be a cool story, like a South Florida guy through and through. And there's been some cool success stories of local guys who have done good for the Marlins, Mike Lowell, Gabby Sanchez, Alex Fernandez, plenty of guys like that. But man, you always root for the hometown guys coming in and doing big things here, and struggled in that initial trade, but last year when healthy looked decent, and I think people really do believe in what he's capable of doing. This is a good pitching staff, man.
Yeah,
a good pitching staff. If these sticks can come together, starting to come together, Charlie.
They are, though. They really are.
Mm-hmm. I hope so.
There's an energy at least around the Marlins that feels
there is
like
a vibe.
Different.
I think it has to do with Skip Schumacher's arm sleeve tattoo.
It has to be.
I think that's what it is.
Skip.
I'm not messing with that.
Power of the tattoos.
Sneaky handsome.
Yep. Sneaky handsome.
That guy is good looking.
He is a handsome fella. All right, everybody. That's our show for today. We will talk to you guys tomorrow.
I'm driving.
Yeah, roll the window down. Give me a honk. Give me a honk.
Yeah! Little bit nipply this morning.
Nipply. You want to go over to the Golden Donkey.
I'll see y'all when I see y'all.
Text WQAM on the Kendall Toyota.